Sirius XM 104. This is the Jay Thomas Show. The interesting, the odd, and the bizarre people behind the, interesting. The odd and bizarre stories. Jay gets in it, stirs it up, and spits it out. He's a professional. It's all here on the Jay Thomas Show with Rodney Lee Conover, Julie, Madison, Kevin Meaney, Garrett and Christina, and Ira the Weatherman. This is the Jay Thomas Show.
Hey! Kevin Meaney is back in New York. I'm coming to you from my normal California place. And then Christina and, of course, Garrett are back there. So, I am big on using my time wisely during a holiday. Mm-hmm. Cleaning closets, and then fixing things. Mm-hmm. But I can't really do anything, so I start the project, and then I have to yell for help.
You have to hire Mexicans then.
No, I have a 20-year-old son. And
that's what I'm saying.
So I decided to clean this fountain that I have.
You have a fountain?
Well, yeah, I used to have all kinds of stuff, but now I just have a fountain. But anyway, so I had this fountain, and I
decided
decided
to have like nude figures on it.
No, it's everything I have is there's no shape. It's just a shape, like an oblong shape, and water comes slowly out of the top of it. That's all. Everything is. I'm a minimalist when it comes to.
How big is your fountain? How many gallons of water does it hold?
Not many. Like,
a gallon?
No, 500 or 600. It's a
500 or 600 gallons.
It's an entrance fountain. It greets you as you come into the
as you come into the estate.
Well, now Garrett stayed in one of my apartments, so he's more able now to tell you what he might think the other places I live in would be like. Garrett, would you come to the microphone, and what would you imagine now of my main home if you just stayed in one of my apartments?
It would look like it was done by a professional decorator.
Well, there you go.
Like nothing really has a theme, but everything goes somehow.
There's a nice flow.
Yeah. There's antiques, there's modern stuff, all in the same room, but it all goes together.
Would you call it shabby chic?
That's over. No, shabby chic is that, you cover furniture with that. But when one of the rooms you stayed in, Garrett, downstairs, there is a woman over the bed making a decision over the apples. It's called Eve's Decision, right? Mm-hmm. Then there's a picture of my grandmother on one side and my great-grandfather.
Is she naked?
No. She's holding a pussy in her lap, pussycat.
Okay.
So now I start dealing with the thing.
The pussy shaved?
No.
Why do you have pictures of your grandmother in a vacation house that other people stay in?
It's my home.
But you don't stay there.
I do. I'll be there next weekend. I'm there all the time. Yeah.
How many homes do you have?
A few.
And do you have family portraits in all of them?
No, not in every one of them. But remember, when you stay in one of my homes, you're staying in my home as if.
And how can we locate these homes? Do you rent them all out? You
can go. I don't want to do it on the air.
Can you rent the home in Santa Barbara?
You can.
Yeah. That's how we were raised. We were raised, everything in our house was always for sale.
But you know what, though?
That's good.
My home in Santa Barbara would rent for like $20,000 a month.
Oh, more than that.
What?
I don't know. No, probably $20,000 a month. Something like that. But when you rent one of my houses, you get full security. You get a person that lets you come in. They take care of you 24. Like I had somebody there over the weekend, and there was a little leak over a light. We have a guy there already. A woman saw a roach. There was people there immediately. Like Will Farrell. Will Farrell is renting my house. His production company's renting it now.
In New Orleans.
Yeah, Brad Pitt.
Lie.
No.
Will Farrell's there right now?
They don't stay in the houses. They stay in $25,000 or $30,000 a month homes.
Homes, yeah.
My house in New Orleans for the whole house is like $12,000 or $15,000 a month, right? So they rent it. Now a lot of people could stay in it if they want to, and they rent and they put in their producer or they put in the costumer. So
maybe the grip.
Brad Pitt, no. Brad Pitt has rented it. His company rented it. He put architects in there.
You think him and Angelina Jolie went in there and had sex?
No, it's not. They wouldn't even. They would look at it. To them, it would be a trailer.
Yeah, I know, but they would say, "Why don't we just go in there and just do it?"
No, they had their architects that built this so-called these houses they were building.
Yes, the nice, colorful houses.
They built 3 of them. And they built a playground. Mm-hmm. These guys, after they left, we found condoms, empty cocaine vials.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. And they were in some kind of a running for an award. They lost. They didn't show up to the thing. I mean, they took Brad Pitt, and they're from Torrance, California. They took him for $5 or $10 million. In my opinion, they did. And they left me a wonderful note how great my house was. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, we had to, clean it after.
Yeah, I'm sure you had to fumigate it after they left the cocaine there. Didn't you call the police?
They were empty. The vials were empty.
Yeah, but I'm sure they could lift prints off it.
There might have been, I shouldn't have said cocaine. There were cocaine vials. They might have left. They might have had those.
It could have been methamphetamine. Maybe it was a meth house.
It could have been the, what is it? The homeopathic stuff. The little pills you put under your tongue. Because they were of an Asian extraction.
Oh, maybe it was something to make them rock hard.
Well, now, we did come in there once, not after those guys, somebody else.
I'm a honey.
People were there for 3 months, and they had a thing over the bed, mm-hmm. hooked on that looked like an old douche bag or an old enema bag.
Yeah, I do that.
But it was on the bed.
Yeah.
And there was no dirt and when we walked in the room.
It's a tube, and you put it right into your ass.
Oh, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, it's maybe they had a pineal cyst, and they had to clean their...
Yeah, I don't think so.
Their wound.
I don't think so. I tell you what was weird. After Garrett stayed, though, Kristina, I did feel weird sleeping in the bed after Garrett and his girlfriend had slept there. That's the first time I ever felt weird in my house.
Really?
We cleaned it, fumigated
because Garrett's such a pervert?
No! It's just weird when you know somebody and they've slept in your bed.
Well, I just moved back into my apartment yesterday after renting it to the French. I had... this nice French couple and their baby.
Now, here's what he would do to me. Did you rent it to that rapist, that Strauss-Kahn? Was he in there?
Yes, that was him. Dominic Strauss-Kahn. He stayed there. No, it wasn't him. It was actually somebody that was French that works at the UN. And so they left the place so neat and clean.
Good.
And, I had friends going, you let the filthy French rent your apartment? I said,
they
yes.
weren't filthy.
They weren't. They were. I know. People say that.
We just say that. But anyway, so then here on my weekend, so the whatever broke.
Fountain.
And I had to get in there, and my son comes out and he goes, "Well, Dad, the tubing is, you need to get new tubing to blah blah blah." So I rigged up a thing to pull the tube through the hole in the fountain. So it took me 3 or 4 hours. Now I'd have to run in and drink something and hit something so I could. Keep my enthusiasm going, right? Run back out, and it would get worse for me. Finally, he comes out after 3 hours, and he has fresh tubing. And he has like a lighter thing. And we put the tubing in, and he flamed one end of it, and we put a thing in, and we fixed it.
He was soldering, or he was welding?
No. When you have to open up the end of a plastic tube, you heat it. And then you can put the joints in there and stuff. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't have thought of any of it. I was biting on it, cutting. I was doing everything. And so finally we get that done. So then, clean the house and everything else. And something, I mean this, there's something, I know it sounds weird, but if you're having a cocktail and you and your wife are just hanging out together and we started cleaning and closets and everything else, it was very sexy. I can't explain it. It got sexy. And so then I said, why don't you cut my hair? And she gets some scissors and stuff, and she cut all of my hair off, everything.
No.
And, gone. And my son came in and said...
Was she laughing while she was doing it?
No, she thinks it looks great.
See, you should be tweeting stuff like this, sending pictures.
But I have no interest in that. None. It's my private life. Why would I want anybody to see me?
But you're talking about it.
And so, I know, I have a tweet. It's called The Radio Show. And you're supposed to listen to this. So, you know what? If you're listening, if you're reading a tweet, if you were paying me $13 a month to read my tweets, then I would tweet. I would be on the tweet 24 hours a day. I would tweet. Okay? If 1,000 people paid me $13 a month, if they paid me $4 a month, I would do shit. I would be 24 hours a day on the internet.
You would tweet on the toilet.
I would do it all. that you do it for free.
Have you ever been on Rate My Poo?
Yes.
Yeah. Because I think you should just tweet about your poo.
That when you do stuff for free, it is anathema to the way I was raised and believe, because our talent, yours too, Kevin, is what we say, what we do, and how we observe. When you have no talent, or when you are desperate for whatever, then you tweet for free, or you have a podcast for free, or you blog for free. I would do that for maybe a few months to establish some advertising or whatever, but I do this for a living.
Well, as it says in the promo, Jay's a professional.
Yeah, I'm a professional. So now she cuts the hair and everything else. My son comes in, and it's weird. Cleaning. Garrett, you ever do this? You and your girlfriend clean the apartment, and you're cleaning, and you're together the whole day, and it's sexy? Ever?
Never.
No.
I hate cleaning.
Just me.
That's her job.
Once I get going. Now, you, Kevin, of course, you're with this boy, so I don't know what you guys
I'm
do.
with a man that's the same age as Garrett.
Now, if you're
not a boy, he's a young man.
He's young enough to be your son. You're not a cougar. What are you?
I'm a rhino.
A rhino?
Mm-hmm.
You think one day they'll find you with your nose cut off and they just leave you for dead somewhere?
I wouldn't doubt it.
You think you'll ever be poached?
If I go down to New Orleans, I will be. Yeah.
Yeah. Tim Pate will be with us.
It's not.
They're having.
Pate?
It's Pate. Hempstock. Now, here's what's weird. It's not Hempstock. It's marijuana, and yet they can't put that on the posters.
How come?
I don't know.
Maybe they don't know how to spell it.
No, if they put, it's founded by the Hemp and Cannabis Foundation, and it's going to come up this weekend, and it's Portland, Oregon, where anything goes. They also have one of the highest heroin addiction rates in the United States, and they have one of the highest homeless.
Why is that? Because it rains up there a lot, and people get depressed, and they need to shoot up heroin.
Yep. I never thought of it.
Yeah.
But then the homeless thing I don't get. But it's a great town, and I have a lot of fun and I go there quite a bit.
Have you ever taken heroin while you were there?
No, I've never had heroin. I have no interest in getting that high.
Yeah.
I like to be, a little bit high, but not that high.
Yeah. I've never taken heroin.
It's a festival to decriminalize marijuana for medicinal, industrial, and recreation use. It's all such bullshit, It's all, they had to close all of these, by the way, every one of these marijuana, these pharmacies, the scumbags that are around them, I mean, the parking lot, it's just like, the little mini marts where the scumbags hang around, right? It's the same thing. And then whoever these doctors are totally full of shit.
Have you ever bought medical marijuana?
No, I've been with a guy that did, and I went with he and his dad. I've told the story before, and the dad was so disturbed by what went down that the father would never do it again, and the dad really needed it.
Yeah.
And the guys behind the counter.
Some of the places that they, you see on TV, they're like, wonderful little shops, but
not here. Not here.
Not in California.
No, they're it ought to look like
they're
a
like
pharmacy.
crack houses?
No, not crack houses. Just there's a group of individuals there that have their prescriptions and everything else. The other day, a couple of guys waited, it might have even been Oakland, for the guys to come in with the marijuana. Mm-hmm. This is the first robbery ever. And they stole $20,000 worth of medical marijuana.
Wow.
Now, you would think that would have been done, sooner than this, right?
Yeah.
So that's the next thing. So he'll be talking about that,
Well, it's the next big industry that's going to really take off. I would say in the next, 20 years. I mean, if it's
20?
like
No.
Yeah,
well,
no.
Maybe.
I mean,
maybe.
Where it's going to be, as big as like Apple computer. I mean, there's a lot of money in drugs, and there's a lot of money in marijuana.
But I read the other day. I used to own a piece of property in Fort Bragg,
Can
California.
you stay there?
No, we sold it. In Fort Bragg, California. And I was told, now this is 20 years ago, that when I walked across the street from my property and I would jog up into these redwoods, I was told by the locals there are certain months do not go up in there.
Oh, right, because they're
harvesting, right?
Yeah.
They shot 2 or 3 people over the last couple of months up there, and when you go to Fort Bragg, it's nothing but Confederate flags.
Yeah.
And it's really weird. And when you open the newspaper, drunk driving and everything else, and so what's good about it is it does unite conservatives and liberals, marijuana. Because if you have a Confederate flag in your yard, you're smoking marijuana, and if you have a peace sign in your yard, you're smoking marijuana. That may be the only good thing.
Jay, when I was a kid, I must have been 18 or 19 years old, we knew this guy that grew marijuana. So we went to his place and backed the car up, and I had a 1963 Ford Falcon, and we ripped all the plants out of the ground, stuffed them in the trunk, right, and got out of there, and we're like laughing, going, God, we just stole all this marijuana, right? And we did. And so we go out, and then it was my first apartment. I lived in White Plains, and I parked in the parking lot, and I said the next morning I'll go out and I'll put it in bags and I'll bring it up to the apartment to dry it. Well, I go out there the next morning. All the marijuana is all around. When I closed the trunk, it was all hanging out. I mean, it was so. I mean, you could see it that there was marijuana in the trunk. I mean, thank God I wasn't busted for it.
That's the end of the story?
Yeah, that's the end of the story. That's my problem. I don't have any punchlines.
Well, the worst story I ever heard was up here in Santa Barbara, and it's a guy that works for me at my house. He knew these guys that were growing 8 and 10 foot stalks, but it was way in the back. Like you needed to be like on horseback or ATV to get back there, right? So he and these guys on the weekend, a couple of guys, they go back at night, and they pull as many of the stalks as they can pull. And they're using night vision goggles.
Yeah.
And I mean, they fall down crevice, hills, and they get all beat to shit. But they get about 20 of these giant marijuana stalks. And they get back to the house, and they leave it in the car like you did. But when they opened it the next day, it had mildewed, and it was ruined. So I'm surprised it lasted. Did it work? Did you smoke it?
Yeah, I hung it up in the closet, at the...
Like tobacco?
And dried it. And my friend, who, we stole it together, he ended up being a New York City policeman. So he, and that was a couple of years later. He went into
those guys will kill you. You know that. The guys who you steal that stuff from. They will kill you.
Yeah.
They will shoot you. They're like Breaking Bad. You know? I did a movie with Bryan Cranston. This is so funny. He wrote it and directed it, and we did it up in the desert. And I was running up in the desert again, and a guy comes to me and says, "Look, you see those trailers back there, and you see those dogs and all? Those are meth labs. So don't run back." I said, "Well, how come the cops?" This is what I don't get.
Yeah.
Why don't the cops get all those? Stop all that. Why don't they? You can see them. You can see the people's houses. They have the dogs. They have the car. And every now and again, you'll see like a Ferrari parked next to a mobile home.
Yeah.
That's a dead giveaway, okay?
Well, why don't the cops get them? Why don't you turn them in?
I don't know. I'm not a cop. I'm just saying, why don't they land in a helicopter, shoot those dogs, and get in there?
Like they got Osama bin Laden.
Yes. Now then, of course, I love to have people on that do things and then they just don't think. We'll have a guy on later who built an airplane in his basement. But what didn't he think about, Kevin?
Taking off.
How to get it out of the basement.
Right. That would be taking off.
So, Garrett, he didn't... You mean during the building of it, he didn't have a plan, Garrett, as far as you could tell, to get it out of the basement? I mean, how do you not...
Yeah, I don't think he thought about it.
Well, maybe he did think about it. Maybe the next thing he's going to do is build a runway from his basement.
No, it's out somewhere, but we'll find out why he didn't do it. Let's go to John of Pennsylvania.
Kind of like Batman, when Batman would take off out of his,
That's where this guy is from, Pennsylvania, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
John of Pennsylvania, the Jay Thomas Show with Kevin Meaney. Hello, John of Pennsylvania.
Hey, I was watching television the other day, and a commercial comes on. It has like these two talking cars. And it's, I'm not going to promote the website anyway. They're talking about, I guess it's a review for cars. And
tell me the car facts.
The one car's crying because it has a bad review, and then they switch over to the other car, and the other car is saying, "Party like a rock, party like a rock star, party like a rock." And I'm thinking, wait a minute. That's Jay Thomas's son's song.
Not unless it's the tune.
Oh, so unless there's music behind it.
No, unless it's the tune. If they sang it like, "I'm gonna party like a rock star," like that, then he would have to get paid for it. But if you just say "party like a rock star," no.
But it was kind of like in a music way, but it just wasn't, there was no music behind it. But
got to be the tune.
You hear it and it's that song.
I know.
So he
but
doesn't
you
get
can't,
paid for that.
No, you can't. And that's probably a non-union commercial anyway. They probably shot that for, 10 cents someplace. Hey, by the way, did you hear? We had the guy on from Vivid recently about them wanting to wear condoms. They found didn't they find a guy last week that had AIDS? One of the performers had AIDS. Yeah, and so it's a big deal.
And then they retested it, and it came up clean.
You know what's funny about you, John?
Yeah,
I bet you 5 people I know wouldn't know the answer to that story. Did you know that, Kevin? I know a woman very well who is really difficult with men and joins their church and then leaves the church and leaves them, becomes friends with their family, and it looks like she's going to do nothing. She meets a guy, a handsome black guy, and it was around the time that she wanted everybody to get tested for AIDS that she was with. So she meets this incredibly handsome guy, and he's a great guy, and he's bringing him around, and she will not sleep with the guy because he will not take an AIDS test. But they're really crazy about each other. And so after, I'm sure they made out and did stuff, but no. He takes the AIDS test. She sleeps with him and dumps him like the next week. Mm-hmm. And it killed him to take the AIDS test. Maybe he was frightened. I don't know.
Yeah, you are frightened.
I bet you. I'd be frightened too.
Yeah, even if you don't have anything to worry about, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, you are like...
We all have something to worry about.
Absolutely.
That shit lives in there for decades.
I was told I had AIDS.
What?
The hospital.
Shut up.
I was too.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I was too. Yeah.
When was this?
I had kidney stones. I went in, and then,
they said, "We're sorry, Garrett, you have AIDS."
It's all about you, Kristina.
But I mean, go ahead, keep
So
going.
I had to pee into a gauze to collect the rocks that were supposed to come out.
Oh!
And come back.
Ow! Ow! Oh, fuck! Ow!
I was supposed to come back a week later.
Ow! Oh, God!
So I go to where they tell me, and I'm sitting there, and they're like, "All right, come in." And they weigh me, and they're asking me like, "How do you feel?" And I'm like, "I'm fine." And the lady pulls me out to in their office, and she's like, "Do you have AIDS?" And I was like, "What?"
Oh my God!
God!
And she's like, "Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to be here." And I was like, "No, look, my sheet said I was supposed to be here." She's like, "Oh yeah, they put the wrong number or something." She's like, "Are you fine?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "I just go home. Don't even worry about it."
Wait, what? This sounds so corrupt.
They just put the wrong floor down, I guess.
Oh,
for me to meet.
Oh,
so I was like with like all these AIDS patients getting weighed in line with them and stuff. It was really freaky.
I moved to L.A.
happening.
and I need a doctor, and so I need like an internist, a guy to check me out. And so a friend of mine says,
"I'll take your temperature."
This guy is the number one. He's my guy, my buddy, who's the Biggest Loser doctor, Rob Huizinga. He's the NFL doctor. He's number one from Harvard. He's a great guy. So I go to him, and he does the blood test and all that. And I show him on my arm this little purple mark on my arm.
Like kind of like a weeping lesion.
Yeah, and I say, hey, you know what? Just recently, I wasn't married. And I show it to him, and I say, just recently, I've gotten a couple of these. I got one here.
Oh.
Wait a minute. And I show him one on the inside of my leg.
Nervous.
And so he doesn't know me, right? So he asked me some questions,
About antiquing.
How old are you? And what are you doing? And this and that and the other. So he leaves the room, and they do all kinds of blood tests and everything else. And he comes back in. He goes, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to send you over to two guys that are the top, dermatologists here in Beverly Hills." I go, "When?" He goes, "Right now." I go, and I'm thinking, this is what it's like, to be a star. You get, So I get in the car and I call a buddy of mine and I go, he's sending me to this dermatologist right now. I go over, the waiting room is packed. And Mr. Thomas, yeah, they take me right in. The two guys come in, they look at it, and they both discuss it. And then they biopsy this little, you're right, it was a lesion and it had little ridges on it. And they leave the room. And the nurse comes back in, and this is what the nurse says to me. They love it when they don't know what it is. And I said, what do you mean? What do you mean? And that's all she said to me. She said, they don't know. So the doctor comes back in and he goes, look, it's going to take about a week. We're going to biopsy it. And
why don't you go home and drink?
No, he didn't say anything about it.
Booze for a week?
No, so I go home and I continue my life. A week later, the original doctor calls me up. He goes, I want you to know that lesion on your arm, we don't know what it is, but it's not what we thought it was. What is the thing, sarcoma?
Yeah, sarcoma.
Something cell?
Yeah.
I said, what's that? He goes, that is the most virulent form of AIDS. And he says, had you had it, and had the lesion been what I thought it was, I would have been calling you to tell you had 6 weeks to live. He told me that. Oh. And I mean this, even after the fact, I almost fucking fainted. Yeah. He said it would have killed you within a matter of months. You'd have been dead. And I still get these fucking things.
So you still have AIDS?
I probably do. And I go to doctors all the time. And finally, my doctor in L.A. said to me, why do you keep getting them checked out? It's a vitamin deficiency or something when you travel. He goes, do you really want the bad? I go, I don't know, but shouldn't I know what it is? And he said to me, you know what? 90% of the stuff people come in with, we're not exactly sure, how long it's going to last or whatever, but we know that 90% of it is going to go away. 10% of it kills people. So he said, so, you just, it isn't that. We've biopsied it 5 times. And so that's it. But have you ever had blood come out of your penis when you masturbated, Kevin?
No.
That will ruin your afternoon.
Yeah.
That's a little like a prostatitis or whatever. But until you get checked.
Yeah.
Because you know what? You're merrily masturbating, Garrett. Here comes the money shot. And it's the wrong color.
Gosh.
Okay?
That would...
Oh.
Yeah, that would ruin the whole
now,
thing.
women, you got all kind of stuff inside of you.
Blood.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's going on inside of you. The scariest thing are those warts.
Oh, the vaginal warts.
Yeah. They're everywhere.
Nothing worse than that.
Well, they're not everywhere. Wait a second.
Guys don't know they have them, and so they spread them around, and they don't know they had them.
Yeah.
I was married 6 weeks.
Weren't you married to Miss Vaginal Wart 1974?
And the doctor calls me up, and he goes, she calls me up. I'm at the golf course. Hey, I've got these vaginal warts.
Oh.
I go, what? And so she says, you better come see my doctor because, they're going to have to remove
What kind of
them.
women are you dating?
Right?
I was married to her.
You're married to her?
Wait a minute. I said, well, how do you know I gave them to you? She says, because I went to the doctor, 2-3 months ago or whatever, and I didn't have any of these things. So I go, well, this is how smart I am. I'm not going to your doctor. I'm going to my doctor. So I go to my doctor, and he goes, well, you might have given them to her. You might have. And he says, and hers are bad. But we just burn yours off, and that's the end of that, right? I've been single my whole life.
You burn your vaginal warts off?
Well, they put her to sleep.
What kind of... They killed her?
Horrible. No, they put her to sleep, and they burned him off. And you know what? I felt so badly. I took her to the Palm Steakhouse. You know that steakhouse? The Palm?
Yeah, the Palm.
Now, the marriage didn't last much longer than that.
No, I guess not.
No.
Steak tips?
No, I got her the whole steak.
Steak tips.
Right on Sunset Boulevard. It wasn't cheap. Let's go to Robert of Dallas. It's the Jay Thomas Show. You never know where the program is going to go.
We're talking about vaginal warts. How you doing, Robert?
When Kevin Meaney is on the air. Go ahead, Robert of Dallas.
Hey, I got a quick story for you, and I'll hang up and listen. I had an experience with the drug cartel back in the day. I went to visit some friends in Mexico.
Wait a minute. You went to visit a drug cartel.
No. Let me finish my story, and then you understand. No, I went to go visit some friends in Mexico, and we're staying in his house, and he's like, hey, dude, you want to score some pot? And I said, yeah, sure, why not? And he goes, I know where we can get a pound of weed for free. So we drive up to this place. I don't know where we're going. And he goes, you see that forest over there? That's the drug cartel, and they grow the marijuana there. So I said, you know what, dude? I'm good. I'm going to go call a cab, get a 12-pack, and I'm out of here. Because, I've heard a lot of stories about them. So I leave. I get a cab, go to the guy's house, stay the night. Well, in the morning, Mom is like, oh, have you seen so-and-so? We don't know where he's at. So I explained to them what happened. They still haven't found that dude, any of those two dudes from this day.
Oh no,
wow.
that's like No Country for Old Men. I mean, they've been running that over the weekend, and they say, Cormac McCarthy wrote it, but he says that's from like a real story he heard about this guy that once he was sent to kill somebody, that was it. How about recently in Mexico City, right after they ran full-page ads in all the papers, how great Mexico City was, these guys opened the door to a nightclub.
No, a casino.
And throw firebombs in.
Yeah.
And close and lock the doors.
Yeah. They run
I wouldn't
Mexico.
go to Mexico. I wouldn't go to Mexico. I didn't like Mexico before, but I wouldn't go to Mexico now.
City is the biggest city in the world.
Yeah, but it's dangerous as hell. Yeah. Especially you're walking around with your flowered shirt and your boyfriend holding hands. They kidnap you.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
They don't like the gays?
No, they would look at you as a rich white American guy. They'd have you.
With his son.
They'd see a rhino. I love that term.
I'm a rhino.
Yeah. What do you call a young person who likes older people? What are they? They like being
a cub.
a puppy.
I think they call them a cub.
Yeah. Mike of Orlando,
I know I'm
Florida.
a daddy. I am a daddy. I'm a daddy bear.
Yeah.
And but Casey's not a cub because he's in good shape. Cubs are a little chunky.
They have a little cub fat on them.
Yeah.
Chunky. Yeah. Well, you have a winter coat on all the time, don't you?
Yes. Unless I have to shave for a part.
Mike of Orlando.
Or an operation.
It's the Jay Thomas Show. Hello, Mike of Orlando.
Hey, Jay, how you doing? I was just calling to tell you how much I love y'all and I love y'all's show. Mm-hmm. And I grew up in Boston, and we used to watch Cheers all the time, so my mom's in love with it. Mm-hmm. And I was wondering if I could get an 8x10.
Do you want a cockpick, or what kind of picture do you want?
I have one that your mother wants.
A cockpick. Do you want a picture of his penis?
I have one. I just found one the other day of me in the foreground with Ted Danson and Woody Harrelson behind me, and I'm going to print that out and send it to your mom. All right?
Oh, that would be great. Thanks.
Put him on hold. Put him on hold. Let's go. Put him on hold. So we're going to talk marijuana in a few minutes, and I want to talk 9/11 when we come back.
Where were you when the world stopped turning on that September day? Were you in the yard with your wife and children, or working on some stage in L.A.? Did you stand there in shock?
This song has played 3,000 or 4,000 times over the last week. And I have in front of me a stack, I mean a literal fucking stack of stories, and then an article that says the media strives to cover an anniversary without seeming to exploit the tragedy. That is such total bullshit. People magazine put the faces of the children who were in their mother's stomachs when 9/11 happened. Mm-hmm. They didn't know their dads. And they put this beautiful little girl on the cover. And then the other one is about there are now some articles that go, in New York we confronted the tragedy and we've moved on, and then there's a thing about post-traumatic stress disorders that people still have from 9/11. Now, I was there.
You were in New York?
I was in New York on the fucking radio. The engineers from the station were killed. The engineers from the TV station were killed at the top of the World Trade Center. And
the engineers for your radio show were killed?
Yeah, they sure were.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So where were you? Weren't you broadcasting from Midtown?
But the towers, the Twin Towers and the Empire State Building have towers on them.
Yeah.
And I want to say,
did you know your engineers?
I did not. I mean, I'd met them once or twice. But about 6 guys who were engineers for TV and radio stations perished up there running the transmitters and stuff. Oh, yeah. No, all of it.
Did you stay? So you went off the air. You were broadcasting when it happened. You had the morning show then, right?
No, I had just been fired. They'd fired me.
Yeah.
And I was getting my shit.
Oh, at the radio station.
Yeah. They had canned me.
That day?
Yeah.
On 9/11 you were canned?
Yeah.
Oh, that happened. Like in radio, that happens. You after your shift, they go, okay, that's it.
No, I told that story that they were bringing everybody in, and they had a meeting with me the day before to say that I was the only one they're going to keep.
Yeah.
And so people are getting fired one after another. And then when I went in...
Now, what was this? 90... What?
No, it's 2001.
What? I know, but what was the numbers?
Oh, it's still on the air. It was...
Wasn't it 98 something?
It was Jammin' 105.
Jammin' 105 with Jay Thomas.
I don't know what it is now.
What is it?
KTU. Wasn't KTU. No, I don't know what it is now.
Yeah,
it may still be Jammin' 105.
Because I went on that show with you.
Yeah. We had a great time. Yeah.
Because my daughter had just been born, and I remember you had asked me the weirdest questions, like when you're changing your daughter, is that like sexual to you? You were so weird. I was like, how could you say that?
Have I changed any at all?
No, not at all.
Okay. I also was replaced by...
Mickey Dolenz?
No, who was Jerry Seinfeld's so-called... George Wallace.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He had been a guest on my show a month before. And I didn't realize it, but they were replacing me with George Wallace. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Garrett, they were going in a different direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now, with all of it, and I will say that my wife could not cross a bridge or go through a tunnel or didn't. And now she at that time, I don't want to tell you my sad story, but my wife had cancer. I had just lost my TV show. Then World Trade Center gets blown up, and I was into hock for millions of dollars for real estate. So as sad as everybody was about the horrible shit that was happening downtown, I couldn't tell anybody of the shit that was happening to me. So we couldn't even tell anybody that we were sad about anything, right? And because all this stuff was happening. And then about six people from Greenwich, Connecticut, guys died. One guy was the coach of our football team. He lived because he had an appointment away from the building, and everybody in his company died. Everyone but him. And so now, on 9/11, and I'm asking you this as a New Yorker, I mean, it's all for money. It's all for ratings. It's all to sell magazines.
Well, I disagree with you. I mean,
really?
We do, when especially this 10th anniversary. I mean, every year I remember exactly where I was when it happened. So, it just floods back in our memories about, Kate was only 2 years old when it happened, and I remember protecting her, and
I don't disagree with you, but do you think we need to have this giant fucking rehash of how about a moment of national silence? How about all the TV stations and the radio stations go down for 60 seconds at 9 a.m. or whatever it is?
No, I wouldn't want that.
Why not on Sunday?
Because I want to watch TV. Oh. I don't want to watch 60 seconds of what happened. I've already been without electric for 6 days. I want my TV on.
Now, Kristina, do you, let's see, that was 10 years ago, so you were 22 years old, right?
I was 20.
20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so where were you?
I was in college at the student union.
And it was
eating
horrible.
a bagel on the couch. Yes, it was horrible.
Do you think we need
college?
to have...
East Stroudsburg University.
In
Pennsylvania. And my dad's 50th birthday, so I was freaking out.
Your dad's 50th birthday?
Yes.
9/11's your father's
9/11, 50th birthday. And I couldn't get through to him on the phones because he works in the city, so I was terrified. It was a horrible day.
Does your father work anywhere near the World Trade Center?
He was always in meetings and stuff down there because he was in construction management and engineering,
okay.
so he
could
was
have
always,
been hurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he had meetings scheduled for the Wednesday after in Tower 2.
In the building.
Yeah.
I flew out of Washington, D.C.
Which were obviously
on
canceled.
Sunday on the same flight that took off the following day from Washington.
Oh, my God.
So I flew because I worked at Penn State the night before with Bob Goldthwait and myself and somebody else. We did a concert there. And then that Sunday, I flew out from Washington, D.C. It was just, and then, I was back home in Toluca Lake.
I guess I don't mind reminiscing, and I think they ought to run the names of the people and have a national moment, but I just don't think that you need all the rehashing, all of the show. I mean, first of all, it started last week.
Yeah.
And the thing isn't until next Sunday. And
then they have the conspiracy shows on too. We
got a guy coming on. We got a guy, a myth, hopefully a myth buster.
Yeah.
And I had everybody on
about that one. What was the building that went down that shouldn't have gone down, and why did the steel melt like that? And,
right.
Right.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of questions that we have. We all have.
I
remember that day though. Every time that I was in California at the time, so they shut down there was no planes in the air anymore. But anytime that you would see a plane up, you would look up. You go, oh, there's a plane. I
thought I was watching like a movie when I first saw it on TV.
I'm going to tell you a weird thing. I was scheduled to go play golf in South Carolina about 10 days later. We had these plans, a buddy of mine and I.
Yeah.
So he calls up. He goes, look, I'm going to go. He says, I'm going to go down there. So I said, I'm going to go too. It's my vacation. I'm going to go down. Of course, there's no one in the plane.
Meanwhile, you own millions of dollars.
So we fly to South Carolina.
Play golf.
We fly to South Carolina, and we play golf. On the way back, we fly back, and we're flying, and the plane goes by the smoldering towers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's, 10 days later or 2 weeks later. And here's the weirdest thing. The plane doesn't make the normal turn and go to the airport. It keeps flying. And it just keeps flying all the way down the Hudson. Or up the Hudson.
Up the Hudson, yeah.
And we we're all looking around because the guy is not turning and going into LaGuardia.
Yeah.
He's not making the turn. And we go, and I've flown, we've flown a million times. And they never explained to us why. It was almost as if
somebody hijacked it or something.
It was so fucking weird, and nothing was explained to us, and they didn't say it was an airspace thing or anything. The guy just kept going and going and going, almost like they fell asleep or something, right?
Yeah.
And then turned around and we landed, and there was no explanation. Now, that wouldn't happen today. The passengers would have gone nuts. But I do remember everybody saying that if anybody made if they moved a little finger in the airplane, everyone was going to kill them.
Yeah. But, you remember, like, getting on a plane, like, after 9/11, and then seeing somebody different than, your stereotypical American, somebody with a turban on or, a scarf, and I felt so sorry for those people and also I was scared of them, I mean, it was like, because they were the looks that they would get, like somebody that was Muslim American.
Last week, this woman at Rye Playland.
Oh,
in
and this
New York,
is a great story.
They told her she couldn't go on the rides because they were afraid her headscarf was going to get into the mechanism, right? And the guy said to him, if you were a nun, a Catholic nun, you could not go on this ride.
Yeah.
And they started a bunch of shit, and they've got the woman with the headgear, the big sunglasses, and they had to handcuff them and take their asses away.
No, they started a fight. They started a fight with the cops, the Muslims. Yeah. But they were told, there was a group of this organization, and they were going to Playland, and they told the head of the group that they weren't allowed to wear anything on their heads when they ride some of the rides, like the dragon coaster. You can't have like a flowing scarf or even anything on.
The Kingda Ka is what they were trying to go on, which is the fastest extreme ride they have at Six Flags, the Kingda Ka.
No, they were at Playland, right? Playland.
No, but Six Flags owns it.
Oh, no, they don't.
She said that those wearing the hijab were advised to exercise caution on Six Flags' most extreme ride. Oh, maybe they were saying that at other playgrounds, at other places, they just say caution. Well, yeah, look, you know what? You can't. That group of individuals attacked us. And yes, okay, it isn't all of them, but I'm sorry. You can't wear that shit on your head anymore? No.
Like even on these rides.
No, but are you against that, though, period? It's like, if you were a Muslim and your wife was wearing a headdress, would she wear it now, 10 years later?
All these religions, whether you're Hasidic, Jewish people, I mean, I live up in the Catskills part-time, and, they're walking around with all their headgear on, and, they
didn't blow anybody up.
I know, but I'm just saying, with all these costumes that every religion has, the Amish, the Hasidic Jews, the Muslims, they're targets, because they have to wear this, this costume, out in public, and they can't be like everybody else, they have to be different.
I'm against, what's that tractor company, Garrett? People wear that hat?
Deere?
John
Deere Hunter.
I'm against that.
Yeah.
Deere tractor. I'm against it.
Or the Jets hat, you got the Jets hat on.
Now, this discussion, we're not doing it for ratings.
Obviously.
Right. We'll be right back with more. Ladies and gentlemen, the comedy stylings of Kevin Meaney. Kevin, I feel like I'm announcing you at a show.
Yes, thank you, Jay. It's great to be here, everybody. I tell you, I love doing the comedy.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in San Francisco on the 17th at the Canbar Performing Arts Center in Marin County.
Oh, that's cool.
With Sue Murphy.
Sue Murphy. I don't know her.
She's wonderful. Yeah.
Now, let's say, and I did this myself. I had long, curly hair, and I wore clothes that when the cops stopped you would always get us in trouble, right? And so I would drive from, let's say, Jacksonville, Florida, up to D.C. or whatever, and we'd get stopped by the cops all the time. So guess what? We cut our hair short, we stopped wearing all that shit, and lo and behold, we didn't get stopped by the cops so much. Right or wrong? If you wore dresses and lipstick and you were being harassed, wouldn't you stop doing that, Kevin? Do it.
I will never stop wearing dresses and lipstick.
Garrett, if you wore a Jets jersey and they would arrest people with a Jets jersey, wouldn't you stop wearing it?
Yes.
Kristina, if you went around showing people your vaginal warts and they would arrest you every time you showed them, wouldn't you stop showing them your vag?
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. If I'm getting arrested.
Yeah. If I
wouldn't you try to secretly
in the privacy of my own home, yes, I would expose them all the time.
But like, just say if you knew
beanie,
that you weren't going to get caught.
I'd stop the beanie. I'd stop wearing the beanie. The one with the propeller on it, I would stop.
Come see what we can see. Come climb the mountain with me.
This is actually our guest singing. Is it Pate or Pate?
It's Pate. It's the English, not the French version. Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome, Tim Pate. Go to hempstock.org or go to timpate.com. Are you related to the golfers, the Pate brothers who are golfers?
I believe we are all related. We all stretch back to one person.
One Pate?
In England, yep.
One Pate?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't Pate like your scalp or something?
Yeah, like the top of your head. That's right, where the crown goes, of course.
So you're named... Were you the person that made the crown or rubbed the king's Pate?
I believe he was the king's accountant.
He was the Pate, right? Kevin Meaney is here also. And why do you have to call it... It's in Portland, Oregon, which is one of my favorite places. I go there all the time. The Hempstock Festival. Why don't you just say the Marijuana Festival and stop all the hemp talk, you know?
Well, because our goal is actually much bigger than just the marijuana. I know that's the popular response from a lot of folks. Oh, let's get there, go there, get high, and all this, you know.
Yeah.
But I was maybe nearly 20 years ago. I was on a team who helped invent the hemp boards themselves, and so
what is hemp boards? What is a hemp board? Is that something after you're stoned you can get on it and have sex with it?
Well,
like a fur board?
We surpassed every standard in the industry with what we were able to develop, and because of that, I know that there are materials available to us that we're not using right now, and we could if we had that technology.
Like rope.
If we,
right, and clothes.
Sail, cloth, food, fiber, fuel. All of those are basic necessities that we as a society need on a daily basis.
And we used to use all this before World War II, didn't we? Wasn't hemp a big industry in this country at one time?
It was. You're right. In fact, as you probably have already spoken in past, the Constitution was written on hemp paper. We have necessary evils in every society. One of them we eat. We must have fiber. We have to have fuel. It's applied all of those, and for centuries, for this country and for eons for others. So we're just getting in the way of it. We could be doing so much better. Our paradigm could change drastically. And that's the reason why we at Hempstock call it Hempstock.
I sent my daughter off to school today in all hemp clothes.
Yay, amen.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
but I got her high before we went there.
Well,
no,
wait a second. Wait
a second. I know you keep making Hempstock and all that stuff, but if it wasn't about raising money to make marijuana legal, I don't think you'd have 20,000 people in Portland, Oregon this weekend.
Well, you know, it's the same thing like a few weeks back in Seattle when we had nearly 500,000 show up for the weekend.
500,000 showed up for the hemp thing.
Hemp Fest in Seattle, yeah. It was our 20th year there. We get a big crowd.
But it's not about the hemp. It's about the marijuana.
I don't know. Dennis Kucinich came and spoke, and he didn't speak marijuana once.
Oh.
Did he get high?
His wife has a fucking spoke in her tongue, for God's sakes.
You know,
I love her, by the way.
A lot of individuals out there weren't there for that reason. They were there for other reasons.
They were there for the music.
Their loved ones were in jail. You know, they were facing issues with the law themselves. They have, you know, these are serious issues we face. They're dying of some nasty, horrible disease that can't even pronounce. And
well, what do you mean? Who's dying of that?
A lot of people.
People that have cancer and they want to smoke pot, you know.
hey, if there
I want to smoke pot just because I'm bored sometimes.
That's probably a good reason why you should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So can you smoke? Could you make a shirt? And I'm like last night, I cleaned out my closets. My wife, and you find,
I came
shirts,
out of the closet.
Shirts you haven't worn in a long time or whatever. So
stored, right?
Well, no, wait. Oh, I did. We did find some old pot. But here's the funny thing. Let's say I pull a shirt out that's many years old, and I go, wow, I never wear this. And I look at the label, and it says, oh, it's hemp. Wouldn't it be fun if you went, hey, let's smoke it?
You're not going to get any THC in it.
Why not? Why? When you start making a shirt that people don't have to recycle, but they can smoke, now you have something.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay. That's a mixed product. That I like the crossover. Their idea.
I like the because that's an easy shirt to wear when you go through the airport.
I can market that shirt.
Yeah, that's a great shirt.
Well, could it be done?
Well, you know what? The fibers are what you're working with, and so the fibers are always going to have the lowest level of THC, if not zero. That's not their purpose. They're not the bearer.
What if you spray THC onto the shirt after you make it?
Why not? Why not?
If
you can get
you're not
dog, you're going to get past.
But you really are, making a big thing out of hemp. I know that, but the reality is that I don't think anybody would show up if it wasn't about marijuana. And I'm glad you're doing it, but it's like I think you need to call it the marijuana festival.
I understand where you're coming from. I have a bigger perspective than that.
Mm-hmm.
I simply do, and
we had a hemp shop here. I live in Santa Barbara.
I think you should call it Getting High with Tim Pate.
There you go. Hey, why not? Come on in.
It closed, the hemp store, and I went in it a few times, and it was it looked like cloth.
Oh, you've talked about this before,
but it closed. It didn't make it because
I know most of them haven't. You're right, because they didn't have enough customers. I mean, that's simple bottom line, isn't it?
Yeah,
we need to make something that we know they're going to need every day. In small amounts every day, and you can sell it to as many people as possible. To me, that's building materials, that's paper, that's clothing,
joints
that can be used on a basis that is fashionable. Some of the hip clothes I've seen over the last 20 years, they haven't been all that fashionable.
You know that show called Morning Joe?
Yes.
It's brought to you by Starbucks. It should be Morning Joint.
Well, a lot of people would do that. I would.
Yeah, and then you have your morning joint with. That's the name of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the real problem. By the way, we're not here to talk about marijuana. We're here to talk about Hempstock. Go to hempstock.org. It's the musician and world pumpkin carving championship.
No, he is.
Well, you've been doing your research.
Wait a minute. You're the world champion pumpkin carver?
I am. That's true.
Well, no.
Do you do that while you're high?
I am a medical. I have my card here in Oregon.
Right.
I've lived here for 25 years now, and so
I'm not saying you're breaking the law, but
I keep my levels moderate because I need them. I've had 25 surgeries, and so for me, it's a medicine. It simply is, and so yes,
And for 99% of the people, it's not. I mean, I
know.
Look, Alan Thicke's kids own. The whatever he is, the entertainer.
Yeah, I remember who Alan Thicke is. Oh.
His kids own 2 or 3 of the big pot stores there in Los Angeles. He brags about it.
Right on.
Yeah. Yeah, and he says, get your card.
Songwriter. That guy wrote a lot of music for television.
Please,
I honor that. Myself, I'd aspire to do that.
Play one Alan Thicke songs. What is it? The theme from
Growing Pains.
This could be the start of something big. No, that was Steve Allen.
Oh. Show me that smile.
His son is
that's a good song. I like
that song.
That was very nice, and that Kirk Cameron was so cute.
Wasn't
Not anymore.
But then he got into Jesus.
Yeah.
Crazy Jesus.
Hey, you cannot knock a man for sincerity. If he believes in something, let him believe it.
That's not true either. That's the pot. Sincerity, he's a right-wing religious fucking nut. If Christ came back, he would have this guy crucified, Kirk Cameron.
Maybe it's good I haven't been following his philosophy lately. So
horrible.
I feel the same way you would.
Horrible person.
I have a problem with people who put us in that position.
So this weekend, if I come to Portland, we'll walk around, and if you have your marijuana, now can you smoke pot walking around the festival?
Well, here's the deal. If you don't have a license, then you'd fall outside of any protections you would find under the ordinance.
No, but can you do it though if you have the whatever?
Can you? Will you? I am the police liaison, and the police have promised us that they're not going to come in and police us. We have the ability to police ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I am not there to tell you not to exercise your civil rights.
Do you smell marijuana there?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
You are the police liaison for Hempstock.
And the event coordinator.
Are you kind of like an auxiliary policeman?
No, I'm not. No,
You know what you are?
You wear a hat? A uniform?
I think, you know what? You're a narc, aren't you?
No, I ran a crisis center. For many years, from 88 until Jerry Garcia died, I was the buck stopper for the downs hit here on the West Coast for the Grateful Dead.
Riding the train. Are you on cocaine?
Nope. No, never.
Have you ever tried that?
No, it's not something I never...
No, that just makes you all jittery.
It never
and
was
sexual. Oh, my God.
Well, you know what I'm having... The weekend after
crazy
yours,
gay sex with that.
At the weekend after your festival, I'm having Graham Fest.
Where? Can I come?
Yeah, it's at my house called Graham Fest, and yeah, and you don't have to be a doctor, but the guy that brings the shit over, we call him Doctor.
But
you know
you
what I'm saying?
Play one on TV, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
so now you go to the festival, you can fill out your card and get the marijuana, and these.
That's not how it works here.
Oh, you can't fill out a card to get your medical marijuana thing? Is there a doctor that's examining people and then giving them a prescription?
Not at our event. That would
really.
Yeah,
I could come there and take people's temperatures.
That is a if you.
I take an anal temperature reading. I do.
Well, you go right ahead.
Well, it's the most accurate most accurate way to take a temperature.
Now at noon on Saturday.
Yes.
The greatest story never told, the history of hemp on Earth. How long does that run?
The history of hemp, Doc. I'm sure you're familiar with that.
What?
That's a good question. I really don't know. Where did that come from? I'm thinking about that.
Events. You open the show at 10 a.m.
Mm-hmm. National Anthem. I do the same thing up in Seattle. Yeah.
Who's Nat Geo Billiam?
Oh, and by the way, we'd love to have you come up anytime you'd like to. Just come up to Seattle and stand up there on stage with us in front of all them people.
Well, it's a little late now.
Next year. I've been going for 6
years. I introduced the Porno for Pirates at Woodstock in...
Pyros.
I know. I introduced them as the Porno for Pirates. Though. Oh. They were very upset with me.
So you welcome. Then Kenny Dean Strickler plays, and then the Skunky Bunch comes on.
Yes.
What kind of music do the Skunky Bunch guys play?
You know what? It's going to be typical your Northwest group, very eclectic. They have.
I don't see the Skunky Bunch, Jay.
They're going to play.
I'm looking at Garrett. Hand him the events.
Yes. I see Cooking with Cannabis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, lots of different things, and we have some bands from all over.
Oh yeah,
Los Marihuanos. Now, is that a group, the Los Marihuanos?
Yes, from Reno, Nevada. Ponyboy and his whole entourage. They are.
Are they illegal Mexicans?
I'll have to ask him next time.
I wouldn't ask him before he performs. Yeah. I'd wait till after the set.
I think their 7th year with us. They've been coming almost every year.
You think they run over the border every year to do this?
They are. Well, they come back and forth from Amsterdam, so they must have a valid visa somehow.
Oh, okay.
So Hempstock 2011 this weekend. Now, September 11th is Sunday, and of course, every TV station, every newspaper, they are already, starting all of their. We're not doing this for the ratings. We're just doing.
Hey,
so, how will Hempstock?
If you wouldn't mind if I could speak to that as well.
Yes, go ahead.
I was a member of Aon Corporation. I was an employee of Aon. And
what is Aon Corporation?
Aon was where the first plane hit. We lost hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people in the first plane crash.
In the World Trade Center, it was Aon?
Aon Corporation, yeah.
Was located there.
You'll notice that. There were many, many, many hundreds of people.
Oh, God.
Aon Corporation. So I was actually on the phone. I had retired 10 years earlier from them, but got a check every month.
How old are you?
I am 56 right now. I retired.
So you retired when you were 36?
Yes, I did. I was in the top 1% worldwide with that company. And this was a long time ago, but, times change. And because of that and all the surgeries I had to go through, I realized I'd need for medicine. That's how I
You needed pot.
Yes. You're right.
So what will you do on 9/11? Will there be like
I'm going to discuss what I just told you. I lost some associates that day. It was a hurt and that day. And
you were on the phone with somebody at the World Trade Center
somebody in Chicago when it was going down.
Oh boy,
it certainly was. So yeah, these things are strange happenings.
Were you high at the time?
I don't remember.
Then that means you were.
Yeah.
And then at almost 7 o'clock.
I think that would categorize as long-term memory loss, not short-term.
On that Sunday night, you have the Garcia birthday band. Now, what is that?
Great group, guys. I mean, they really are. I tried to get them to come play with me, but they wouldn't do it. They'd want to stand alone. They're really good. That's what they are. And
they're just a tribute band to Jerry Garcia and the Grateful Dead. Yep. Now, do they play for 8-9 hours? I mean,
no, we're not going to let them.
I have to tell you, I went to one Grateful Dead concert.
Where? Where were you?
We were in upstate New York.
Right on.
And I went with a guy and his wife who had gone to 200 of them or whatever.
Sure.
I never quite got what that was.
Did you smoke pot that day, Jay?
We did it everything. All of it.
Cocaine?
But they never stopped playing.
High on cocaine.
Yeah, I know. They kept playing. When I got a chance to talk to Bill Walton one night, and we were discussing our histories with him. And
Bill Walton, the basketball player?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he said he'd done over 700 shows. You know?
Right, and he used to smoke a lot of pot.
Myself, I did 50 tours in the down tent. That's how many. That's what I did.
Wow.
So we all count them, you know.
And you never got tired, even though you're loaded. You never got tired of that kind of slow kind of country music they sang.
I like the Grateful Dead every once in a while.
You could see the crowd was into it. They were dancing. That's what the live shows were about. It was really crowd, interaction.
The woman that I went with stayed outside, did so much window pain. She got second-degree burns all over her body. And had to be hospitalized after the concert.
That's what we did. I worked the rock medicine, the medical team. I ran the down tent.
Well, I knew she was in trouble when I rolled over to get a blowjob, and she goes, "Don't touch me."
Oh yeah, you're right.
I was only there to get laid. I would have stayed.
Yeah, I bet I'd
have stayed there 4 days, but then she gets second-degree burns, and so I'm stoned.
Is this the one with vaginal warts, Jay?
No, she didn't have warts, and I didn't get laid, and she had to go to the hospital, and it was all awful. I just didn't get the whole deal. And Jerry Garcia did not seem like a happy person, Jerry Garcia.
Well, you know what? He was under a lot of pressure there the last few years. I don't know when you went to that show, but...
no, this was it'd be 30 years ago.
And nobody wore underwear in that band, did they?
No.
I don't know. We never checked. That wasn't our...
All right.
But you would see people in the medical tent, but a lot of them didn't wear underpants, did they?
I can
go to Hempstock.
Naked, totally naked. We would always ask them where their clothes are. Then we'd ask where's their gold card and what's their PIN number.
Did a lot of them have erections or?
I did have one woman come in with an 8-hour orgasm once. How's that?
What about a man?
I won't discuss any of that.
When you have an 8-hour orgasm, do you just lay there and writhe from sun up to sundown? Is that what you do? You just
pretty much she was exhausted by the end of the day. And
Christina, what's the longest orgasm you think you've ever had?
Oh, I don't know.
It wasn't 8 hours.
No, not at all.
Was it 8 seconds?
Yeah, like something,
10 seconds? Like, ooh, and that's it.
Longer than that, yeah. But it's not...
Mother! Something happened to me.
Now, we have a lot of truckers that listen. Can you make oil or something to run the truck out of hemp?
Yes, you can. Well, yeah, you don't have to make it. You can just do it almost pure. That engine was made for it.
What do you mean pure?
It's just the oil.
Oh, the oil from...
Yes, directly from the seed.
And what about... And you can also use it in your lamps, right?
Yes, you can. And you can use it to cook your eggs and just to drink pure yourself.
What about lube?
You can use it. It has a long-term effect, and it doesn't break down quickly. So
like if you used it, for anal sex, would that be...
that is a direct application. You're going to have to experiment with yourself, sir.
Okay, all right.
Well, if you can use it as a biodiesel, and you can use it up somone's ass, I'm all for it.
Yeah,
okay?
I'm all for that. Yeah.
I mean, this is now. Yeah. There have been many articles that I've read that the petrochemical industry made up a reefer madness, what you guys call myth, and actually used racist propaganda and did all kinds of stuff and lied to make hemp illegal. So there is a conspiracy here also.
Mm-hmm. I have to agree. I was close friends with Jack Hare, and if you've had a chance to get any knowledge from
who's Jack Hare?
Jack Hare was a
Emperor Wears the Clothes.
That's exactly right. That's a famous book.
Oh, okay.
It's a book about
I know
about the petrochemical industry destroying the hemp industry, which would have revolutionized the way
much further
we
than that, and talks. I mean, really, as in depth a book as you can find. Jack passed away last year on April the 15th. But,
was he high?
He was. He actually gave his last speech at our event 2 years ago when he had his heart attack. And, I was actually supervising the CPR team on him when we.
Wait a minute. The guy that you love so much, is that your thing? He collapses and you gave him mouth to mouth before he left?
We had people giving him mouth to mouth for 25 minutes before we live flighted him out. Yeah, we certainly did.
I would have given him mouth to mouth.
Now, what does marijuana do? Does it affect your heart?
Oh, my word. What it does is it breaks down into so many different individual chemicals that each one has a specific effect on you.
Wow.
Some affects the pain. Some affects the nerve endings for an EMS patient. Some affects the interocular pressure for a glaucoma patient. Maybe you have a dry mouth and you need it that way so you can eat.
I take a saliva substitute.
Right.
Now, wait a minute. Marijuana gives you a dry mouth.
Some people need that in order to eat because they're overactive cancer cells in their mouth.
I went in Connecticut. I went to an eye doctor, and I was having just a normal, checkup, but I didn't know this guy. Right?
Yeah.
So I mentioned the marijuana thing. This guy said to me, that is a myth. He said the amount of marijuana you would have to smoke to affect glaucoma, you would be smoking 24 hours a day every single day. That's what he said.
Tell that to Elvie Musica, who is one of the few remaining federal patients able to smoke anywhere and everywhere in the United States and receives her medicine straight from the United States government. And she has glaucoma. That is the reason she has the medicine. She was one of those initial 8 patients. Most of them are dead now.
And she smokes all the time, just 24 hours a day?
Yeah, anytime she needs to. But their medicine they give her is not that good. She has
wow.
Around. Unfortunately, she lives here in Oregon, so she can have her own grower and get really high-quality medicine. So.
Well, Tim Pate, thank you. Hempstock.org, Hempstock 2011 at Kelly Point Park in Portland, Oregon. This weekend.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. And the world champion pumpkin carving. Who did you compete against? What nations were you against?
I destroyed a Guinness World Record to do that, sir.
What was it?
The fastest time to carve 1 ton of pumpkin, and it was an opportunity for me to do that. The old record was 4 hours, 27 minutes, and 18 seconds, I think, something like that.
Do you use a switchblade?
I use a variety of tools.
Yeah.
I did. But
1 ton of pumpkins and how?
I did it in 19 minutes, 24.81 seconds. So
wow.
Hours.
Do you make jack-o'-lanterns?
Wait a minute. I'll do 2,000 pounds of pumpkins you did in 19 minutes?
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, I did.
And the record before that was 4 hours?
4 hours, 27 minutes, and 18 seconds.
You did it in less than 20 minutes.
Bingo.
Stoned. He did it stoned.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, why was it that the other person did it? Were yours all shitty looking? So you just
no, you got to carve the same thing. They told us you have to carve the eyes, nose, mouth, eyebrows, and lantern top cut off and put back on. That was the.
And you had to clean it out.
You didn't clean it out. The other person carved 50 pumpkins, probably 20 pounds each, and whatever, 100 of them. I carved 2 pumpkins, 1,000 pounds each. That was
you found 2 1,000-pound pumpkins.
Well, I've been carving for the Giant Pumpkin Growers Association.
Yeah.
For 11 years.
Is that near some sort of nuclear plant? 1,000-pound pumpkin? I mean, really, where do you find that?
On Trojan out here in Portland. Yes.
No, they grow them. They have the giant pumpkins.
Yeah, we do.
1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so anyway, I only had to do it twice. What he had to do 100 times.
Yeah, well,
I've known people that have had sex with pumpkins.
Hey, Tim,
Tim,
that's a bit of a cheat.
In all honesty, I have to tell you, Guinness World Record told me I'd send them all the information. We did everything according to Hoyle, all the rules.
Yeah.
And they send me back a notice saying cease and desist. We'd rather not ever use anything over 50-pounders in this contest ever again. You're welcome.
So you
category. So I just
you have your own championship. All right.
There you go. So,
all right, Hempstock 2011, Portland, Oregon, at Kelly Point Park. Thank you so much, Tim Pate.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. So he's a cheater.
He's a cheater, a stoner.
He's everything.
You know?
What are you, retired at 35 years old or something?
Yeah.
Right?
To smoke pot.
Says his company lost 174 people.
Yeah, no, it did. Yeah. And then
oh my God.
the guy that I coached with was Marsh. It was a insurance company, MARSCH, and he just happened not to be at work that day. It was really weird.
Seth MacFarlane from Family Guy was supposed to be on the plane, but he missed his flight.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I was at a golf tournament this summer, Jay, and our host was Rich Sutter, a hockey player.
Rich Sutter, stand up, please.
And I asked him if anybody ever told him, do you look like Jay Thomas? And it seemed to piss him off.
Yeah.
He was an NHL player when you were playing one.
Yeah, because is he short?
No, he sent me. Would you show Kevin this picture, please? I hope I don't look like this guy.
Yeah.
Rich Sutter. Why would it piss him off? You know, come on. Well, people told him he looked like Eddie LeBec. You know.
Let's see.
This comes from a man named...
Oh, God.
I don't look like that guy.
No, you don't look like him. Oh, my God. He looks like he's retarded.
This comes from a man named Jans. I can't say the last names anymore, Kevin. Jans. Now, I always have a piece of the name in there. Jans J. Somewhere in there, if you think about it. Jay, around the time of Chernobyl, which was the nuclear accident there in Russia.
We have somebody in the audience from Chernobyl. Could you please stand up?
I was working on ramp services at Toronto International Airport. And you may recall that hundreds of farmers within a large area near the nuclear plant were ordered to destroy herds of cattle. And, of course, you may recall perhaps thinking from time to time that executives of any major corporation will do whatever they have to do in order to keep their bottom line healthy. Well, a few weeks after that incident, a passenger jet arrived from the Soviet Union at midnight.
Mm-hmm.
I was going off my shift, so I just serviced the arrival and I left. The next night, shift ramp workers remarked that jet had been converted into an all-cargo plane, no passengers.
Mm-hmm.
And the cargo consisted entirely of freezers. Someone opened a couple of the freezers. They saw that each contained cartons of burgers. And on the crest of the boxes was a double M. The jet was completely refilled with household appliances, refrigerators, stove, dishwashers, and it was returned to the Soviet Union, but the meat stayed in Canada. Perhaps what these men claim to have seen isn't true. But if such, then why even imagine it? Let's face it, the meat would have been extremely easy to come by. It would be abundant, extremely cheap. Reports at that time suggested the meat might have been that contaminated meat from near Chernobyl. Who could or ever would link cancer to a burger that they ate decades ago? Jay Thomas, this is the perfect corporate crime. Now, Johns, or whatever your name is, you are a scary son of a bitch, and please don't email me anything anymore, okay?
Wow.
I don't want to hear these stories. All right? You're one of those guys that thinks that the building next to 9/11 or next to the World Trade Center was blown up by, I think by the Israelis and the United States and the CIA all got together and blew the buildings up, right? That meat was not beef from Chernobyl. Might have been human meat.
Or horse meat.
Horse meat. You know.
which, really isn't that bad, horse meat.
No, delicious. Delicious.
Trigger. Take a Trigger burger.
There's a guy named John, and his last name is a color, Garrett. I'm going to use the color black. You'll have any idea what I'm talking about?
No.
I'll say John Brown.
He sends me very odd and strange notes, right, Garrett?
Oh, God, I don't even send 95% of them to you.
Thanks for the news on Paul Reiser, but where's Helen Hunt? I mean Helen Hunt, fa-la-la. Can you say fa-la-la into your microphone, Jay? Or how about I like it, I love it, baby, give me more, rub it good. John Black, don't send me any more notes, okay? You are, and I mean this.
John, continue to send him notes.
You are
please.
Fucked up, and you are weird, and don't use me as some sort of sounding board. I mean, I'm reading these ones.
You're doing his material now. You obviously
I'm not doing
love
it. No, I don't love it. I'm telling him to stop sending this shit.
Well, it's part of your program right now. John, continue to send the stuff.
No, don't.
Please. It's good stuff. I love it. Fa-la-la, la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la.
This comes from Glenn Hamhock.
Ooh, Glenn Hamhock. Doc, do you know him?
Thanks for the tip on the Pat Tillman documentary.
Oh.
Heartbreaking and frustrating. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Also, I love it when you eviscerate listeners, and Garrett puts the stamp on it.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean, the stamp?
That would be the dial tone.
Perhaps. This comes from Dana Vagina. Somewhere in there, Garrett, is her real last name. I'm turning the station to something less jarring. Maybe a Yoko Ono music retrospective. It says, the assholes that work with you ruin your show. Hey, Garrett, that's a pick'em right there. You could just fucking, there's any number of them here.
They list them in the beginning of our show.
Yes, they do. We'll have to rerun that, and we'll have to decide which asshole you're talking about. This comes from Jarkett. Jay, you were a DJ
in Star Wars?
I don't know. You were a DJ at 92 KTU in New York. You used to play a song by Hal McCall. The name escapes me, but I remember it was maybe If You Really Knew How Beautiful You Were. Any way you can let me know how to get this song? I don't remember one song I played ever. I was telling somebody that the other day. I was a disc jockey for like over 20 years. Played records every day. Mm-hmm. Nighttime, afternoons, mornings.
And it didn't matter what song you played because the program director would do it.
I was the program director of some of those stations.
So you would say, Barry Manilow coming up here at now.
No?
I didn't. Did I play?
I'm sure you did.
Maybe in the very beginning.
Yeah.
Garrett, can you Pandora that? Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Sorry. It's competition. Can you?
They're not going to make it, by the way.
Good. Can you figure out how to find that out? I have no idea. Shane of Ohio. It's the Jay Thomas Show, and Kevin Meaney is here. Hello, Shane.
Hey, guys. Yeah. I'm a nurse down here in Ohio, and I'm also a pot advocate. Yeah. It does affect the heart. Within the first 30 seconds of you taking your hit, it doubles your pulse and your heart rate.
Wow.
So, is that a good thing?
I would call that an effect.
Well, that may be as Kevin was saying, that's probably a good thing.
Like when you masturbate, you double your heart rate also.
That's right.
Yeah, I didn't say it was bad or good. I just said, it does have an effect on it, so it's whichever way you look at it there.
When Garrett sees the money shot on a porno, his heart rate goes up.
Well, there you go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I imagine it's the chemicals in there, whatever making it go up. But
but you know what?
It is.
Coffee, you drink coffee, soda, it all goes up.
Sure.
Right. Now, when you
stick your finger in your butthole, Your heart rate goes up, I'm sure, right? Jay, would you agree with me on that?
When I do it to myself...
My patient's butthole, his goes up.
Now, Shane, as a nurse, you're not supposed to be... You don't probe anybody as a nurse, do you?
You have to.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
I do. People that we give them treatments all the time to get that impacted stuff out of there. So
yeah.
You got to reach in and loosen the poo-poo?
Oh, yeah. Put some lube on the finger and dig in there and get it out.
Kristina, when you were a little girl, did you ever play nurse? You wanted to be a nurse at one time?
Yeah, I had doctor stuff. I had a doctor's bag.
Did you know that if you had become a nurse like Shane, you'd have had to loosen people's stool?
No, I wouldn't have played it if I did.
I'd like to be a nurse.
Now, Shane, when you saw, Meet the Parents and they made all that fun of, Fokker and all that, did that make you feel badly when you were in the movie theater watching that?
Yeah, there's all those little jokes, I always they don't make me feel bad, but I do get a little bit like, man, that's embarrassing. Or, when I was in school, they always called me the Merce because I'm a male nurse, so they called me Merce.
Right.
And there's always that stigma that, you must be gay if you're a male nurse, but, which, hey, maybe I am, maybe I ain't, but I am 6'5" and 250 pounds. Nobody usually asks me that question.
Yeah.
Now, are you a registered nurse? Is there a level of nursing?
Yes, there's two.
There's a level of nursing. There's licensed LPN nurses, and then there's registered nurses that are a little bit above us. I'm a licensed nurse, and then I have a registered nurse that's above me.
Okay, now you are. Are you straight?
Yes, I'm married.
Okay, and you're married. But were you a nurse before you were married?
No, I was an aide before I got married. And then once we got
married,
have AIDS? No, he was an aide.
No, he said aide. I'm sorry.
I would think if you're a straight guy and you become a nurse, I would think you could get laid a lot in a hospital.
Well, you would think that, but man, the whole time I was in the hospital doing my clinicals and everything, not one hot chick. I mean, the other hot nurses, I guess, but there weren't a lot of hot nurses either, man. I went to a school in Columbus, Ohio, that there was a lot of African black girls was in my class for some reason.
Well, you don't. Well, wait a minute. You didn't tap some of that black booty?
Oh, I didn't say I didn't. I just said there was a lot of it in there. I don't mind getting a little freaky, a little Zimbabwe zippy-deepy, but but no, honestly, it never come across my mind most time because I do home care now, and all the patients I see are old women that you got to change the diapers on them and change their.
Now, when you're doing that, and
what kind of a stool does an older woman have?
Well, hold on a minute. When you're doing that, do you ever, as you're in the middle of doing it, you ever look around the room and go, maybe this wasn't the greatest career choice ever?
I actually think that every day. If it wasn't for the decent money I'm making, I'd be driving a truck or something. I was driving a truck before this, but I'm actually with a program that's as an LPN. I'm making $55 every visit I go do, and I can do anywhere from 5 to 10 visits a day.
Now, let me tell you something. They keep saying that we need more nurses. So there are people listening out of work, and what does it take? A couple of years to become a nurse?
Yeah, a couple of years. You could be an LPN within a year, and then you could be an RN within 2 to 4 years.
So a lot of the guys,
I could be a nurse in a year.
And women that are listening,
I might do that, Jay.
They're not working. You could. They're not working. Now you got to be good in science, don't you? In math. I mean, you have to learn.
Yeah, you do a lot of that.
Anatomy, very difficult. Not easy.
I don't know about the poo though. I don't know if I can deal with the poo.
Well, see, I'm a home nurse, so you kind of get to pick and choose. I work independently.
Can I do a non-poo nursing thing?
Could you ever put an Altoid in each nostril? Would you just put an Altoid in each nostril, or something that smells nice while you're doing the poop?
Yeah. Hang one of those car freshener trees around your neck.
How about if I just be a nurse where I just shave the men's genitals? Can I do that?
You could do. If you find a place that will let you only do that, then you go right for it.
Do you have to shave men's genitals sometimes?
Yeah, anytime there's an operation down there.
Yeah, because I would do that. I could definitely do that.
I do home care now, so I don't do a whole lot of that.
But you have shaved a man's genitals before?
Have I done it?
Yeah.
Stupid.
No, I've never got to do that. I have shaved a woman's before because
you know what? I'm going to tell you something, and then we're going to go to break.
Yeah.
Years ago, I was, and I don't remember what the hell they were shaving me for. It was knee surgery, but they shaved me. I mean, I was a kid.
You were having knee surgery, and they shaved your ball sack?
Yeah, they shaved.
That was a molester doctor.
Whatever. They shaved me.
He might be right.
They shaved me way up. Why would they have?
Yeah, exactly.
They shaved you up in your groin for a knee.
I was a kid. I had to be.
Yeah.
I was 16 years old. I'm in the hospital.
Did you get an erection?
No. This is what I remember. Yeah, I remember. This is what I remember. Oh. The nurse comes in, and they're shaving my leg.
Was it a male nurse?
No, it was a woman. And they were shaving the inside of my leg or whatever. Yeah. And I remember as a kid going, what is that razor? Because it was a disposable plastic razor. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, this is all I thought about. And I thought, why don't they sell that to the public? That's what I remember saying. And the woman says, I don't know. It's only for the hospital. And that's all I remember about shaving. But now that I think about it, you're right. She told me she had to shave all the way up in case some of the hairs got loose and got into the surgery.
Yeah, that makes sense. They don't want anything falling in there to get infected.
Yeah, no, they shaved me completely. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
They shaved my left leg, and they shaved me all the way up, and yeah, they shaved my testicles.
Yeah, I used to have that done all the time.
Yeah, they did. So
anytime I had an operation, I was shaved.
No, but you know what though? I saw something that became a $1 billion idea. I just thought of it.
The plastic razor.
I'll never forget it. And I went, what's that? And they go, well, it's disposable because it has germs on it. Yeah. I said, why don't they sell
those? So you came up with the disposable razor?
Wow. No. Selling it to the public is what I came up with.
Well, no, but yeah, exactly.
The same thing you buy off the shelf, a Bic, it's the same. The hospitals use the same thing.
Bics are the worst. I like the Gillette.
But for a long time, they weren't. All right. Well, look, Shane, have a great time. What are you going to, after you hang up, where do you put your finger after you put the phone down?
Well, I'm going to be walking into my patient's house, and she's got a very nasty gash infected on her leg. I will be removing that and changing it.
Changing the dressing.
I will be
will you shave her gash?
He just again.
I will be changing her urethral catheter.
Ooh.
Oh.
And that's about the dirtiest of it for the night. She's
God
the last
damn.
One, so.
All right.
Man. Does she have vaginal warts?
I would be like that woman that has glaucoma. I'd be stoned 24 hours a day. Well, look, God love you, Shane, because you're doing work. You're like the women that washed Christ's feet, you know?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping this will get me into heaven, you know. That's what I've been thinking, you know.
God, you're a big man. I'm sure they're frightened of you when you come in, and then you're so gentle with your big, gentle hands, and you put your hands under those asses that are nothing but skin and bone, and you turn them over, and you dab at their bed sores. Wow.
Do you wear the nurse's hat?
What's that?
Do you wear the nurse's hat?
No, you know, when we graduated, they made us wear them because they had them. Those were the only hats, and they gave them to all the guys that were in the class. And they said that that's all they had to give. They don't have guy special ones, so they gave them all the guys, and then I just keep it on the shelf with my diploma.
Shane, I'm going to send you an 8x10 glossy. Would you send me a nurse's hat autographed by you?
Most definitely.
All right, put him on hold, Christina. That's going to get and Garrett, it goes right on our desk up on 37, okay? All right. All right. We do have a desk, don't we, Garrett?
Yeah.
You guys do.
I just got 2 cigars sent to you.
I'll be there in 2 weeks.
Perfect.
We'll put them up up Kevin's ass.
Nice.
All right. We'll be right back. All right. Coming up, I'll be able to prove to you once again how full of shit people are. Not just Hollywood, but actors in general. And I'm glad Kevin is here because I have a couple of stories I want to run by him. Mike of Texas, 888-410-102. Hello, Mike. How are you?
Hello.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I had another call while you were on break, Jay.
Oh, good. Go ahead.
The wheels of commerce must turn.
Who are you talking to, Jason Ellis? That's a little joke for myself, Garrett.
Talking to my boss.
Hey, laugh. Yeah. Yeah.
The last caller, definitely was theater of the mind. I was thinking about how repulsive all that patchouli oil scent would be at the Hempstock until I just thought about all the old people smell that Shane has to put up with every day.
God, I would have to have my olfactory senses removed. There is a musty smell about the elderly, and then a wound has a horrible odor to it.
Yeah, especially changing the dressing.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then disposing of the gauze.
Oh.
And then the coagulated blood.
Yeah.
The smell of death.
Yeah.
Well, Jay, you were talking earlier about, the hemp, what do they call them? The clinics in California?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got to go to one in Denver last week with a friend of mine. She has a card, and I went down there with her. And you are so right. There are nothing but the dregs society that hang out. It was in a little strip shopping center with a convenience store on one end.
It's bad.
People just hanging out on the other end. And there was a dude on the street with dreadlocks, and he was twirling this reggae-colored arrow sign that said, natural clinic, like they do for real estate, like, hey, everybody come on in and get your hemp, it was just crazy.
No, you know what? What's weird is that, I think they ought to make it medical marijuana, but they have these doctors in all of the independent newspapers, right? And it'll say, Dr. Kevin Meaney, and it has the marijuana leaf there. He's an MD. You go in there, and Kevin, you can tell them anything, and they give you a fucking card.
I would take their temperatures.
That's all you say.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Kevin would check him with a Q-tip, wouldn't he?
Yes, I would. Yes.
Yes.
I'd say
Kevin,
I'd have to take a swab.
Kevin.
Yes.
Can't you fucking just not talk gay shit one fuck? What are you doing, Mike? What are you doing with the... What is all that breathing? It's getting hot.
Oh, no, I can hear it through the phone. I think it's just a phone signal.
No, you're like Rodney Conover. That's a lie. You're doing something, you liar.
Well, no, I don't know.
Get rid of him, Garrett. I can't take it. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. The breathing. God, I can't take that shit.
Yeah, what was that about?
And he lies then.
That was so gay.
No, but you know what? This is Rodney going, what are you doing? He goes like this. Nothing. Not doing anything. Why do you have to lie? Admit it. Let's go to Wyatt of Chicago. Yes, Wyatt, it's the Jay Thomas Show. Yes, sir.
Hey, Jay, I just wanted to let you know, man, if I could do a radio show, I would do one exactly like this one.
That's what the promo says. That's exactly.
Well, I would. But I want to ask Kevin Meaney a question, man.
Go right ahead, Wyatt.
Go ahead, Wyatt.
Kevin, why is it that you always are making gay jokes and gay comments and all that gay shit, but every time somebody asks you a question about yourself being a homosexuality, you always say, oh, I don't want to answer that question. What's with this hypocritical bullshit, man?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I know. I agree with you. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about my personal life.
No, you're a comedian.
Yeah, that's right.
You could put it out. You should be able to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
So I got another question.
Go right ahead.
Hold it. Standing ovation, Wyatt.
So if a man is gay and he gets a sex change and turns into a woman, he has a gay lover, don't that kind of flip you around and make you a heterosexual again? Because now you're dating a woman.
Yeah, absolutely. You're now, if you're a woman...
When you break up with him because you want a man again? I mean,
well, no, that's exactly what Chaz Bono's girlfriend...
See, White has a lot of questions about sexuality, so I kind of think he's thinking about some other things.
No, I just got a lot of questions about homosexuality.
Okay, Wyatt,
yeah, right.
Wyatt, I'm going to put you on hold.
And you're going to get a picture of Jay's cock.
And Kevin and you are going to talk privately about sucking a penis. Stay where you are. So go to jthomas.com and join over 325,000 others, right, Garrett? Just in the month of August alone.
Yeah, the down month.
That was a down month.
Everyone's
actually
on vacation that month, you know.
Over like close to 10,000 a day have been visiting it, and we're going to be adding more stuff. Did you see the some of the old stuff from L.A. and stuff that we've added? The history of J. Thomas, you know. Okay, so and put everything you want to put on there, Garrett, and send me a bill. Send me a bill, Garrett. Now listen,
I don't deserve it.
If I could get them to pay, listen to this. If you get people to go to your website and pay a dime a piece, that's what's so weird to me. Millions of people will go listen to Rebecca Black sing, but they won't pay 20 cents to see her sing. That's what's so weird to me. So the millions of people that you know go on her website, they could not turn into any money for that little girl that sang Fridays. So let's go back to Wyatt. So Wyatt, you've been talking to Kevin privately. Do you put your tongue under it or lick it around there? What do you do?
He still wouldn't say. He said he don't want to talk about that.
Really? Kevin, what's the matter with you?
I told him exactly what to do.
Yeah.
We had a very nice conversation, and we both know what we're wearing. That's the first question. What are you wearing? And he's got a nice little Speedo on.
You're wearing a Speedo, Wyatt, right now? Got a Speedo going?
That's it.
Yeah, I'm in Chicago sitting in the truck at 65 degrees, and I got a Speedo on.
All right. Wyatt, thank you very much. The Jay Thomas Show continues.
Thank you, Wyatt. We'll talk later.
He built a plane, but how does he get it out of the basement? Stay where you are.
See you, good buddy.
Cute.
Stop me, 'cause I'm having a good time, shooting star leaping through the sky like a tiger.
Happy birthday to Freddie Mercury. Yeah. Member of AARP getting his Social Security check. What? No, he's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead. So when you die, that's your age, Garrett.
Oh, so he's not 65 today?
No, whatever the year he died, that's his age. That's it. He'll never be any older.
Wow.
That's it. And he'll look exactly like he looked the last time you saw him.
Do you think he had any purple marks on his skin?
Yeah.
No.
I do. Yeah. From dicks being poked in his head and in his back. And you know?
Luckily, Kevin was out of the room for that.
Yeah. Good voice, though.
Oh, yeah.
But I wasn't a Queen fan.
Yeah.
You know what? It's too it's like I don't like all the choir shit and all that. I still don't. You know.
Freddie Mercury.
Yeah. It's like a Broadway show to me. It wasn't rock and roll.
It's kind of a mix.
I never understood. I mean, there's usually and the We Are Champions and all that when they play that at a stadium. I leave. I hate that shit. It's like, see, to me, he's lucky because this is stuff you'd make fun of if it was somebody else, you know. It's like the Jonas Brothers, you know.
Oh, please.
It is.
No way. Stop.
There are just some people that are lucky. That's all. That's all.
He was one of a kind.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, nobody's ever done.
You've been on Broadway. Aren't there voices and flamboyant people like this on Broadway every
night?
Freddie
Mercury. He's like, he's like Adam Lambert. He's like a one of a kind, you know.
Remember Adam Lambert?
Yeah, he came in second a couple of years ago.
Yeah, you think he's one of a kind, really?
Oh my God, yeah. There's nobody.
Did
like
you
him.
ever see? Oh God, what is the? It's a crazy musical. About the guy's penis gets cut off. Something
Rocky Horror?
No, in the something inch. Oh God,
Les Miserables.
No, it ran for a long time.
The penis.
Yeah, no. It's
puppetry of the penis.
No, it's something, and the Angry Inch.
The Irish Curse.
Okay, you know
That's
what
about
it is.
small penises.
Anyway, I saw about the 4th or 5th incantation of this show, and the guy that played the lead was as good as Freddie Mercury or any of them.
Hedwig
and the Angry Inch. Yeah, it's about a guy who gets his penis cut off, and he has just an inch left. Right. It ran for a while. I got free tickets. That's why I went.
Do you get to see it?
It was good. No, you don't. But that's all they talk about, and it's kind of squeamish.
Just a little nub.
Yeah,
just a nub. I rub it. That's it. Squirts out. Right? Is that what it's about?
No, it isn't. You probably saw it 10 times. You liar.
I never saw it. I was in the Irish Curse. I did a few of the readings of that.
What is the Irish Curse? What is that?
That's a play about men with small penises. And I played the priest that would, these guys, I had a
would you do
support group.
Out, damn penis! Out! Try and coax it out of his shell?
No, they would come there and they would talk about their small penises, It was a little support group. It's a wonderful, wonderful play.
Oh, it sounds great.
Yeah, it ran downtown for a while. A good friend of mine who...
What a shock! It ran downtown, Garrett. What a shock.
Matt Lenz directed it. Who would have been your director for Empire?
You know what? And I know you fucked me as I'm standing here, so don't mention that name again.
How dare you?
They offered me that role. I even called back, and she said something happened from when they offered it to you until they decided on someone else. And I said, you know what? There's 2 words: Kevin Meaney.
If you really believe that.
I do.
You've got some mental problems.
I forgive you because as a gay man, that's what people do, what gay people do.
No, I was all for it.
Liar. What a liar.
I called Matt. Talk to Matt. There were other people, probably big people, their producers are going,
Matt
don't
is
have him
on
in there.
A very special list now. When I wake up in the morning, he's been added to the list. You know what that list is, don't you, Kristina?
Yeah, I do.
What is that list?
The list of people he wishes death upon.
That's right.
Oh.
And you know what's weird? Only one has died, and he wasn't even a big player.
Who died?
I can't tell you the names.
Mm-hmm.
There's some big names up top there, though. Matt's not up there, but
my neighbor died out in California.
He wasn't on the list.
What was the neighbor's name?
Jean Crawford. She died.
Well, she was on the list.
Yeah.
She was. She was 86.
No, she was 91. And I said 91. I said I thought she was 110.
Leroy of Mississippi, the Jay Thomas Show.
Hey, Jay, you're doing fantastic. How am I?
Get rid of him. Get rid of him. Get rid of him now.
Wow, he's called. Nice.
No.
He was just trying to be friendly.
Yeah, well, too bad. Didn't work.
Yeah, hi, Leroy.
You know what? I don't give you a lot of chances. Just like my list, I don't give you a lot of chances.
Well, I thought Leroy was wonderful.
Well, we'll never know now, will we?
You can call back. You can get right through.
Let's go to Mike of Sacramento. Yeah, just don't try to get on jthomas.com. That's where the logjam seems to be. Let's go, Mike. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Hi, Jay. I just have a question. I'm curious if you can tell me, what is the dude bro lifestyle?
The lifestyle
on your show.
No, I've never said that in my life.
No, I hear during promos while you're at break, somebody else.
That is the Kevin Meaney lifestyle. It's when a dude and a bro are together. I've never heard of that term.
That's a great lifestyle.
That is.
I've just recently started to hear it on the.
Wait 1 second, please. Hold on 1 second. Keep him there for 1 second.
Okay.
Let's go back to Leroy and find out what he possibly could be calling back.
Oh, thank God Leroy called back.
Leroy, after I told you get rid of him, I didn't say wait a minute and call back, did I?
No, you did, Jay, but I have a story to tell you about you.
Oh, boy. Wait a minute. The story is about me? Yeah. All right. Put him on hold. Put him on hold. We'll be back to him in a moment.
I love it that he actually called back. And
Mike
he got
of Sacramento.
Right through. That cracks me
I'm
up.
here.
I don't know anything about that lifestyle. You'll have to ask the inventors of it. I don't know a thing about it.
Okay. One more thing. Could you call Ira and ask him what the weather's going to be like in Sacramento?
All right.
It's going to be 72 degrees.
This is a guy that you didn't really have anything to do today, so you decided to call up. I'm not babysitting people today, okay?
Absolutely.
No, you've said nothing. You've asked me one thing that was meaningless and the second thing even more fucking meaningless. Get rid of him to make way for Leroy.
I want to say something about your quick.
What? Why are you laughing? Leroy Johnson. Leroy Johnson. Go ahead, Leroy.
Okay, I'm standing in the line at the cashier at the store. There's 7 people in line. I'm number 2.
Yeah.
The guy in front of me, number 1, is putting the move on the cashier. He's trying to put the sweet talk on her, and I simply yell out, looking at all the people, "Hey, let's go around the horn." 5 of the 6 people behind me all cracked up, and they knew what I was talking about.
Oh, wow. Leroy, I'm so sorry that I hung up on you. Oh, my God. Leroy, let me, from the bottom of my heart, Kevin will back me up. I don't ever do this. I am so sorry that I got rid of you, but I'm really glad that Mike of Sacramento called, and he died, much like Christ did for our sins. He died in your place, and I'm so glad that I resurrected you, and you gave me this spiritual lesson, because I've been asking, if I walked into a truck stop and said, let's go around the horn, what would happen?
Well, after I said that, the guy continued to put the move on the girl. 5 of the people that were laughing, I assume they all knew what I was talking about, since there's almost 21 million subscribers talking about catchphrases. So I said to the guy, look at him, because he looked at me like, what the hell are you talking about? And I said, get rid of them. Get rid of them. And those people just cracked up. They were in stitches.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
It's
all right,
happening.
Look. All right, Leroy, what is
really is happening.
Leroy, thank you.
Leroy, what's your last name?
Oh, whoa, it's a doozy. It's Tauber Schmidt.
Leroy Tauber Schmidt is our listener of the day, Garrett.
Yay. His name was my name, too.
Leroy, what?
Whenever we go out, the people always shout. There goes Leroy.
Leroy Tauber Schmidt is our listener of the day. And I want you to put that, Garrett.
Do you have any music for listener of the day?
On the front page of jthomas.com.
How am I going to spell that?
I didn't make it up.
All right.
Make it up.
T-A-L-B-E-R.
No, Tauberschmidt.
DT or TT?
You are good. Check it out. Nobody's ever got that right the first time. You were
Tauber Schmidt. Tauberschmidt.
Correct.
Okay. All right, Leroy. I'll see you. I'll see you at home.
Jay,
later.
send him a cockpick.
Okay. Thank you, Leroy. Around the horn. All right. Stay where you are. Coming up.
These are the new T-shirts you should put out.
Coming up.
Get rid of them.
Stickers.
Coming up. Why people in Hollywood are assholes, specifically actors, and we have a guy who built an airplane in his basement, but did not think how he would get it out of the basement. Okay? George of New Jersey. Go ahead. George, what's going on? Are you working? Where are you working today?
I work for Verizon, Jay.
Yeah. Oh, great. You're on strike.
Yeah, well, we're just calling to let you know that your 10 phone lines that you have in your studio, we're going to cut back to 2 because of lack of use.
Now, wait a minute. What is the deal? What are you striking over? Is it benefits? Is it wages? What is it?
It's wages.
What do you make an hour?
$33.50.
That's enough.
What do you mean it's enough?
That's enough.
You never go out there in this inclement weather and have to work on telephone poles.
Why don't you put the lines underground?
Well, they're trying that, but they can't do it all at once.
I'll tunnel down there for you.
Why did it take 7 days for you guys to show up at my apartment?
Well, maybe you should have paid your bill quicker.
No, it has nothing to do with me paying my bill.
How come you can't get the internet
get a technician out
on the telephone to run as fast as the internet through the cable?
It's slower.
We need to get different lines.
They should cut your fucking salary to $30 an hour.
Easy
now. And come when I call you.
Yeah. When you start showing up, and when the internet gets faster and everything else, and when our economy improves, okay?
Well, if you start using all the phone lines you're supposed to be using, you're tying up phone lines.
You know what? It gives me great pleasure to say what I'm going to say to you right now, George. Are you ready?
Give it to me.
Get rid of him! Get rid of him! I don't think I've ever done a bring back after a get rid of, and then I've never sacrificed one get rid of for a bring back, and then I've never ever, now listen to this, Kevin, gotten rid of anybody who works for the phone company.
Yeah. You're going to
Do we have Verizon? Do we have Verizon?
Are you a Verizon customer, Jay?
I think my wife is, yeah.
Oh, yeah, she's screwed.
Oh, yeah. 33 an hour times 40 hours plus overtime. So 50 hours. What is that? 60, 600. How much is that a week?
I don't know.
1,500? Garrett, 1,500 a week? Something like that?
Probably, yeah. No, that sounds right.
Like 1,500 plus benefits? Mm-hmm. And they take 7 days to come to your house?
I've been fighting with them for 2 years now.
But if you don't pay your bill, they're there.
And they're there.
And then what about when the earthquake hit in New York and nobody could get through because all this they can't handle the load?
Yeah,
and you know what I'm talking about, the load.
Let's go to Jerry of Florida.
All right.
Jerry, we just had a boo-hoo call from a Verizon worker, $33.50 an hour. What do you make an hour, Jerry? Jerry?
Who's going to complain?
Yeah.
Damn, man.
What do you make?
$12 an hour.
What do you do?
Dump truck driver.
Okay.
It should be dumb fuck driver, but it's dump truck driver.
Oh, God.
Are you a dumb fuck?
No.
Yeah, for driving a truck, I am.
Now, do you have concrete and shit in the back of that truck right now?
No, we just got done coming from a job. We hauled concrete and dirt mix.
You ought to get all those truckers together and just unload on the front lawn of that big Verizon building next time you see it.
Yeah. Well, that motherfucker on the goddamn phone about $33.50 an hour dumping in his yard, complaining bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, call back. What's his name? Who was that? What was his name? What's his name? We'll get his address. You know what? He probably needs a little extra dirt in his yard, you know?
We got some of those diapers from our nurse friend.
Yeah.
All four of us can't remember his name.
We haul chicken shit every now and then. I'll bring some of that chicken shit to his house. He'll love that.
Now, do you ever have to shovel the chicken shit, or you just sit there while it's being shoveled?
I sit in the truck and they load it, and I go dump it.
What do you do about the smell of the chicken shit? Do you ever put Altoids in your nostrils?
No, I keep the windows up.
All right. Well, Jerry, somebody has to do it. I'm sorry you're pissed off about it, but somebody's got to
I'm not pissed off about doing it. I'm just pissed off about him being pissed off about making $33.50 an hour.
And when you call them to repair your phone or anything, do they come right away to your house?
I don't know. My old lady makes all the phone calls.
All right.
She does the cooking, too?
Yeah.
What's that?
Does she do the cooking?
Sometimes, yeah, it all depends.
You ever sit at the family dinner and somebody says something, you go, okay, let's go around the horn?
No.
No? Okay. Try that.
There's not enough of us there.
Really? Okay. Done. You know what? It's like the Jewish thing. You need not a quorum, but a something or other. All right. Thank you, Jerry. What is a quorum? You need enough people to vote or some shit? You need a quorum.
You only need 3 to pray to the Holy Spirit.
Let's go to Scott of New Hampshire. Yes, Scott, it's Jay Thomas. Yes, sir.
Hey, 2 things, Jay. Quorum is the acceptable number in the group as opposed to get a... But anyways, these Verizon guys don't help themselves. I'm a mobile service tech. I was down in Rhode Island last week. Mm-hmm. 4 of these morons are marching in front of Verizon. 2 of them are under the tent getting a cold drink. 2 of them are parading back and forth. 2 Cadillac Escalades and 2 full-dressed Harley-Davidsons parked there. Verizon's taking the food from my family's mouth.
Wow.
You might want to show up with like your kid's beat up pickup truck or something if you're gonna park right out front and protest about how much you're not making.
So these guys like $1,500 a week, and he was pissed off about it.
Oh, he was starving. They're starving to death.
Yeah. Wouldn't you like to make $1,500 a week, Kevin?
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
God,
Kristina.
I could live like a king on 15 G's a week.
No, not G's, 100.
Oh, 100. Oh, God.
What?
15 G's a week, you'd never hear. Just send my fucking mail to the hammock I'm swinging in, okay? All right, thank you, Scott. $1,500 a week. Would that help you out, Kristina?
Yes, please.
Okay. Let's go to Bob of Louisiana. Yes, Bob. Apparently this Verizon group is not getting a lot of sympathy on the strike deal.
Yeah, well, they shouldn't. And like I said, in today's job market, today's climate, economic climate, $33.50 isn't enough. I mean, really? I drive a truck. I'm gone from my family for a month and a half at a time, and this guy's bitching about $33.50 an hour.
Do you ever have gay thoughts when you're away for the whole month?
Yeah, the whole month, like month and a half, all depends.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't think he knew.
But I got to make a living, too.
Yeah, sure you do.
Those gay thoughts for a month and a half.
Yeah.
Bob, where are you in Louisiana right now?
Baton Rouge.
Oh, that's a shithole.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Oh, my God.
But, you know. Like I said, like the FAA.
You ever think about sucking a tree off?
You know?
Yeah?
You ever pull your pants down while you're driving around?
Yeah.
Nah.
No, you never do that?
No.
No, sorry.
All right, Bob.
I like
Bob.
those old, when you'd open, when you're driving, there were those little doors down where your feet used to be in the old cars, and you get the air coming in there, right? Remember that?
Yeah.
I used to always like to, wear my shorts and have all that air come up there.
Have the air go right up the old chute
Yeah,
there?
that was always nice. Cool me down. Better than Gold Bond. You ever do that?
Bob, you know what? Do you ever want to just keep driving and not go home?
No, not really. I do.
Okay. You always turn around and go back to the house. Okay.
You ever drive around with your shirt off?
Shut up.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
All
That's
right.
hot.
Okay, Bob. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Let's go to Lance of Albany, New York.
Lance.
Actually, yes, Lance, go ahead.
Yeah, I spoke to you a couple times before. I'm a Verizon outside field lineman.
Hold on a minute. Whoa! Come on, guys, there in the studio. Whoa! Whoa!
That fucking homos.
I'm for these guys.
Oh, you're for them? I'm
Why?
sorry.
Why are you mad that people want to make a good living?
Because I make a shitty living.
But them fighting might help you.
No.
Why do you want more money to go to the bigger bosses? To the owner of Verizon, you want him to make all the money?
I'm going to explain something to you about that.
Go ahead.
This strike was about nothing about making more money. No one was making more money. Verizon made a corporate $6.1 billion last quarter, and they want to take things away. We want to keep the contract exactly the way it sounds.
They're trying to lower your contract, and they made $6 billion.
$6 billion last quarter, Jay.
All right, hold on a minute. For Verizon. Boo! Boo!
Hiss!
Boo!
Verizon.
Boo. Hey, by the way, Kristina, where do you live? What town?
Astoria.
Can you get somebody to go to Christina's house in Astoria?
Astoria, Queens?
Yes.
Yeah, to fix her phone.
And I don't want to hear about how the technicians aren't
All right, hold
available.
on. Put him on hold. I bet you $10 he can help you. Hold on. He'll be able to help you. Let's go to Andrew, who's in Boston. Yes, Andrew, how are you?
Hey, Jay, how are you?
I'm good.
You know what? I called in when I heard the other guy talking about the protest because I had driven by one and I saw about 30 of these Verizon guys. So I didn't know it was Verizon at the time, so I actually pulled over and went over to the protest. And the same thing the other guy said is there was about 10 empty handles of Captain Morgan's just out on the ground, and there must have been some bigwigs from Verizon driving out because there was about 30 of them throwing shit and just yelling at these guys driving.
And they were drunk?
Out of Verizon.
Wait a minute. You think management people were throwing shit at the Verizon workers? Is that what you think?
Yep, yelling, "You cocksucker!" You know, and I was going at first when I driven by and saw them yelling. I had no idea what was going on. So I was with my buddy, and I was like, you know what? I'm pulling over. I got to go see what's going on.
So do you think they called down and they told all the VPs to get out of their offices and go call the strikers cocksuckers? Do you think that was a memo?
No. It was the strikers calling whoever was leaving Verizon. You know, it must have been, just leaving for the day.
Right. Oh, yeah, and they were drunk.
Yelling at him.
Yeah.
Like I said, at least 5 bottles of, there was 30 racks, and there was a couple of cops there, too, and they kind of just, were just hanging out.
Did they have clothes on?
Would you get Glenn Campbell's I am a lineman for the county, please, Garrett?
I am a lineman for the county.
Thank you, Andrew. The drunken strikers. The drunken strikers. Jesus Christ. Let's go to JP of Charleston. JP, you in a union of some sort? JP of Charleston, South Carolina? No?
Yes, sir. No, I'm actually in the Armed Services of the United States. I just got back from Kuwait just a few days ago. And they're also talking about cutting our benefits and all that shit. And to hear these guys making $33.50 an hour, which doesn't even come close, even while I'm deployed, to what I make.
But wait a minute. They feed you and shit.
And give you a nice uniform.
Yeah, you get to sleep somewhere.
And you get to sleep with another man. I love that.
You can't complain. They feed you.
You all shower together and everything. That's fun.
Take care of us, but that's
Boner.
I'm complaining about $33.50 an hour.
Yeah.
And also at the same time, as far as Verizon's concerned, they like the guy said earlier, they pretty much take food out of your damn mouth. I just switched from those guys because the costs just keep going up. You don't know where they're fucking coming from, but every month, damn bill kept going up. And
now wait a minute. Wait a minute. What do you think of Ron Paul, who thinks that we should pull every serviceman and every piece of equipment out of every foreign country we're in? Have you heard him talk about this?
I agree with him.
I do too, but can't be done.
I agree to a certain extent. I mean, the reasons for us being out there are way beyond me, and there's so many reasons. I definitely think we do need to it's a little bit excessive.
Name one reason why we should be in Afghanistan.
No. To keep the peace, I guess, to keep everybody happy.
Peace.
Because if we weren't there keeping peace.
Well, I'll tell you what, in Kuwait, if we left Kuwait and left them alone, they would be overrun and all that oil would go to the sons of bitches. Don't you think? I think Saudi Arabia and Kuwait would be overrun by sons of bitches, and that's why we have the troops there. That's the reason. And the reason why we have them in Germany and Japan is so we can get our troops faster to where we have to protect our American interest. I mean, it's just too bad that they don't say it. Nobody will say it, but that's the truth. That's it. That's the deal.
It's quite interesting because when you go out the bunkers in the place that I was at in Kuwait, they moved the Iraqis took it from Kuwait, and then we blew the fucking shit out of it, took it from them back in the early 90s, and then now we're actually using these blown through bunkers and shit. It's crazy, but there's definitely, in my opinion, no reason to be way out in the middle of that shithole.
All right. And besides, you can't get laid in these countries either. In the old days, you go to France or Japan or Vietnam or even Korea. At least there were whores. You know, no whores in Kuwait, are there? Any whores? Any prostitutes? No?
I definitely wouldn't be touching that if there was.
Yeah, that's part of the problem, I think. Is that you can't get, our servicemen can't get laid now. Terrible.
Well, I'm so glad that, that the gays are in now because it's going to be much easier.
It is. It's
Jesus Christ. I saw that one coming.
You said coming.
Let's go to George on line 4. Yes, George, it's Jay Thomas. I'm the proud member, as Kevin Meaney is, of not one, not two, but 4 unions, if you include the Writers Guild. 4 unions.
And I'm a proud member of a union, too, and that's the only reason you had yesterday off is because of Labor Day. It's because of the unions that you got that day off years ago.
Is that right?
Yes, right? It is.
That's right.
Because workers, it was 1894 that it was passed by Congress.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay, you know what, George? I take it all back. Take it all back.
it's okay for Howard Stern to sue Sirius because he's not getting paid his money.
Yeah.
That's a contract, correct?
I can't comment on it.
I can. That is correct.
All right. Well, anyway, there's a contract dispute over money.
Hold on a second. Shut the fuck up.
I can
No, you can't.
I certainly can.
No, you can't.
I'm not an employee of this radio company.
You are a friend of mine, and I don't want him holding anything against me.
I can comment on it.
No, you can't. Shut the fuck up about it.
How dare you tell me I can't talk about something?
Just stop it.
Well, go right ahead, and I'll comment.
I'm not allowed to comment, and neither is asshole.
Yes, I am. No, go ahead.
It's a contract, and we're only looking for what's due to us.
That is right. You are exactly in the same position Howard Stern is in.
Would you stop it?
Thank you. That's all I wanted to say.
All right, thank you, George.
All right, George.
Are you kidding, you idiot? I'm on management side.
Well, I'm not. I'm in the union.
God.
I'm in the Screen Actors Guild.
Just shut up. Just
Actors
shut
Equity,
up.
and the Musicians Union. I'm a union man.
Let's go to Charlie Sheen on line 3.
Unions.
Well, you're in a union, Screen Actors Guild.
Yeah. Well, I gotta laugh at all these cocksuckers driving trucks and $33 an hour.
Yeah.
Charlie sounds a little tired.
He does. Charlie?
Yeah.
That's it? That's all you got's the laugh?
Yeah, well, that other guy always calls in with the Charlie Sheen laugh. I thought maybe that would, make you laugh a little bit.
This isn't even fucking Furlot, you idiot. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. It's a fake fucking Furlot just called up.
Oh,
we almost got taken by a fake Furlot.
Furlot does Charlie Sheen?
No.
Oh, I was going to say.
Now it's time for why people in Hollywood are assholes. Here we go. Okay. Where is it? Yeah.
Hollywood swinger.
A little while ago, when I was talking to the guy with the hemp festival,
right?
I said, just call it what it is, marijuana, whatever. Mm-hmm. In Colombia, the number one soap opera on television is about a flat-chested poor teenager who wants to sell her virginity for a pair of implants.
See?
Let's go around the horn and see what you think the name of this. Now, this is a real name of a real number one soap opera. And let me just say, when you think of this name of the flat-chested girl who wants to sell her virginity for a pair of implants, they don't pull any punches in Colombia. What do you think the name is, Kristina, of this soap opera? Flat-chested girl wants to sell her virginity to get breast implants.
Light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Light as a feather. This is fucking stupid.
I didn't hear you at all. I was on the phone. I'm sorry.
Oh, really? That's okay.
Give me an answer, so there's an answer.
That's good.
Light
Garrett,
as a feather, stiff as a board. I like that. I'd watch that.
You would? Garrett, what do you think it is?
The Itty Bitty Virginity Committee.
Chlamydia.
The Itty Bitty Virginity Committee. That's a good title. Kevin, what do you think it is? It's the real title of a real show.
Yeah, and they don't pull any punches.
Nope, don't pull any punches.
So, dirty cunt?
Close.
Okay.
Without tits, there is no paradise. That's the name.
Wait, what?
Amen.
That's the number one soap opera in Colombia, and it's the
so it's not dirty
our
cunt.
TV sucks.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
That's why they're complete fucking idiots. Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm going to ask you one other question, then we're going to move on.
Yes.
Another Hollywood thing. Jerry Lewis, who said a stupid thing about cameraman's son who was gay or whatever the fuck it was. And they really were tired of him years ago. They finally get rid of him, and they have the telethon over the weekend. And they relieved Jerry Lewis of his $1 million a year job. And he
didn't get paid $1 million to do.
He did.
No, he didn't.
Kevin, he did.
No.
And there's nothing wrong with that. He did. He got paid $1 million a year.
I don't believe that.
But he deserved it. He did. You think he did it for free?
He got paid $1 million to raise money for...
Yes.
MDA. Wrong.
Yes.
No.
Right.
He volunteered his time.
He did. And he would have been paid a lot more to stand up there for as many hours as he did. But he got paid $1 million a year. Yes. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
It
was not. So why would Paul Rodriguez, Larry Miller, Tom Dreesen, Norm Crosby, who doesn't know what planet he's on, and Jamie Masada, Jason Stewart, Angelo Tesrouchis, why would they form a committee to get him put back on the show? That's what they did.
I was just talking about this on the subway on the way down to a friend of mine that we were just. I saw him on the subway, and I don't know why. And I don't know why Jerry hasn't come out with his own statement.
Something happened.
Maybe he's just. He really can't communicate because he's old. But I doubt that. I mean, I've known Jerry for years, and he's never backed down from anyone or anything. So maybe age has caught up with him, and he just doesn't want to make a statement, or maybe there's something else there that he's hiding.
The MDA spokesman, Jim Brown, declined to say what prompted a sudden decision to get rid of Jerry Lewis. Mr. Lewis's publicist, Candy Casau, has declined to comment, and the comedian was traveling outside of his home state of Nevada, and he said that he, in fact, had planned on making his final appearance.
Right.
And something came up.
But there was something about the executive producer of the telethon is also the executive producer of American Idol, and Jerry said something about American Idol, and that may have prompted his dismissal. But I was like, even if somebody says something bad about American Idol, American Idol is what it is. Sometimes it's hokey, sometimes it's great.
He did say something. He must have said something, and because he said the weird. Now, Garrett, have you looked up what Jerry Lewis gets paid for the telethon?
No.
But Jerry Lewis is never
really.
No, I don't think he gets paid. I really hope.
So you mean after that big discussion I had with Kevin, you didn't think it might be important to look up and simply type in...
I didn't think you were serious because I thought he did it for free.
$1 million a year he makes. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, when there was a big stink about it many years ago, and I mean 20 years ago, and I thought, well, no, there shouldn't be. He gets paid. They take
I've never, ever heard that.
$200 million, and they give Jerry Lewis at least $1 million.
No.
Yes.
No. But Jerry Lewis has never backed down from anybody. I mean, like even Sinatra, he would, if something was said, he would never back down. He'd always make a statement. He's a wonderful, strong, person.
I've been in his company also. He was very kind to me, but I think maybe Jerry gets a little out of hand. Maybe he might have...
Of course he does. That's who he is. Control freak.
And I think they got tired of it. That's all. They got sick of it. Okay?
Yeah,
How'd they do?
Let him
we'll find
do
out.
the final
We're going to find
year.
out what he makes. We'll find out what they made this year. We'll find out what they made last year.
They made $61 million this year. They made $2 million more than they made last year.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. And you know why they made the $2 million more, don't you?
Because they didn't have to pay Jerry.
That's right. We'll be right back. Thank you. There we are. Poor Glenn Campbell. Alzheimer's.
I am a lineman for the county.
I saw him in concert. He said he was a lineman for the Baltimore Ravens. He didn't remember the words.
That's not even funny.
That's how bad it was, Garrett. I'm a lineman for the Baltimore Ravens. And we didn't know what to think. I love this song. Okay, now, I do see that. I do see that the headline says Jerry Lewis receives no pay for his tireless year-round work for MDA.
That's right.
Now, I'm telling you that years ago, and I was on the radio, and we talked about it in L.A., it was announced that he made $1 million. And there were people that talked about it and stuff. I don't know where that is now, but it didn't bother me. And why would it bother you? Of course he should be paid. Why not?
Why should he be paid? I mean, he started this when, back in the 50s, because he was a concerned human being and said there's nothing being done for these kids, for this dreaded disease. So he started a telethon, and it just grew and grew and grew every year, and he's raised over $1 billion for MDA.
Well, don't you think that to do all the things he does and travel and get all that?
Well, he gets a lot of perks. I mean, they'll fly him on private jets to do functions and things like that. But that's just, that's the nature of the business. They go, well, we can't get a flight out, so you'll take, Citco will send out a jet for him to the Citco private jet. He'll use that, for. Mm-hmm. Something or another, to do a benefit, or to raise money for more things for MDA. I know that people that work for MDA get paid, and there should be, some kind of a regulation on how much money these people should be paid, because sometimes, these people that work in charity, they get paid millions of fucking dollars. It's like, why?
Well, when you are the president of the
Red Cross, you should be paid, $2 million a year? I don't think so.
Well, they are.
Maybe a couple 100,000.
This year, Nigel Lithgow, I don't watch So You Think You Can Dance, was the host. Nancy O'Dell from Entertainment Tonight.
I'm doing that show, So You Think You Can Masturbate.
Allison Sweeney of The Biggest Loser. Allison Sweeney of The Biggest Loser was on it. Jan Carl, billed as an Emmy award-winning journalist. Mm-hmm. Celine Dion, Jennifer Lopez, Lady Antebellum, Richie Sambora.
What about Gaga?
And Jordan Sparks. No.
No Gaga?
No. Wow.
Did they have live entertainment? They shortened the show this year, didn't they? From 20 hours to 6?
6.
Which
But wait a minute. They made $2 million more in 6 hours.
Yeah. But they know the amount that they're going to make before they go on the air.
How do they know that?
Because the donations that have been coming in all year, I think it's and then they because I used to do the telethon every single year, and I did it for at least 10, 12 years. I did, and I when Jerry was sick one year, they were doing it out in L.A., and they said I was the overnight host. The nationwide overnight host. And then, it came to be 9 o'clock in the morning, and Jerry was still not there. And they said, you're on. And I said, and the cue card comes up and it says, hello, I'm Jerry Lewis. And I go, hello, I'm Jerry Lewis. I'm not.
You did that?
Yes, I did it I did it 1 year. This is when it was at CBS.
They must have hated your guts.
No, they didn't. They loved me. But after I was arrested in San Francisco, with my terrorism charges, they never had me back.
You know what's sad? There were a group of individuals, and we read about everything else, but, it went, it did its thing, it was gone, and everything else. The fact that is held against you when so many other people, do all kinds of crazy shit, and they work all the fucking time, that's really weird.
Yeah.
It's like... Guys like you and I are just
I shouldn't even bring it up, because...
But we're unlucky. We're just unlucky,
Well, I'm lucky in love. I have a beautiful boyfriend.
You know what?
33 years old.
When that guy fucking dumps you, we're going to have to take all the ropes out of your fucking apartment, okay? It's not going to last, don't you?
We've been together for 4 years, Jay. That's, my marriage lasted 10.
Let's go around the horn.
Boom, 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 boom.
And we're going to bring Charlie Sheen and Jerry Lewis into this.
Wow.
Okay.
Celebrity around the horn.
Let's go to Charlie Sheen. Charlie, Do you think that Kevin Meaney's young boyfriend will stay with him for their whole lifetime together?
His relationship will last longer than my sobriety.
All right. Thank you. Let's go to Jerry Lewis. Jerry Lewis? Jerry Lewis, are you there, Jerry?
Hello.
When he changes his depends. All right, get rid of both of them. We had a fake Jerry Lewis just now. Shut up. Shut up. Christina, do you think that Kevin Meaney and his boyfriend will stay together as long as Kevin wants it to happen?
Forever and ever, yes,
You
I
do.
I do. Kevin's
she's
a romantic.
so wonderful.
All right, now, Garrett, I am counting on you like I've never counted on you before. I want this to dig inside of him so deeply that when he goes home tonight, he will question the very essence of his own birth. That's how deep I want you to go. What do you think of this rhino with this puppy? What do you think?
Did you say puppy?
Puppy, yeah.
Cute.
Garrett? Garrett?
It's a tough choice.
And I love you, Kevin, and we're going to be there for you.
Garrett is very pro-gay.
No. I love you. We're going to be there for you.
He knows
but I'm
that
be
Casey
worried.
is the same age as him.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
And
Go
he
ahead.
fantasizes.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Garrett.
You can't look at
I can't look at Kevin.
Well, there you go. That's all. I
can't predict.
You know what? I'm going to excuse you. I'm going to excuse you from Around the Horn for the first time ever. You have been excused from Around the Horn.
He's blushing. I mean, I remember listening to the radio once, and Garrett was going, "Yeah, he's really sick sexually. I know he is."
Yeah,
talking about me, and I was like,
No, it's Garrett that's the sick sexual one.
Oh yeah, going down to New Orleans. Yeah,
crazy.
I'm going to be there to help you pick up the pieces, but I know you're not going to call upon me. And it's not because Casey's a bad person. It's like if I was married or with a younger woman, they would just get tired of you. That's all.
If you could see what Kevin's doing to this microphone, Casey's not going anywhere.
That's
my thought was like 20, 30 years from now.
20, 30 years.
56, 55.
Kevin won't even, wait a minute. By then, Kevin will have forgotten he was gay. Okay? You know? Kevin, what?
No,
That's what I'm saying.
Here's a dick. Get it away.
Kevin is better looking now than he was back then, and it's only going to get better.
Yeah, but when he has like dementia and has to wear a diaper and
then
stuff,
everybody's going to be alone.
Yeah, you're not poking your wife if they have dementia. And
if you're the
Kevin,
same
you're
age,
not always going to be wearing that mankini. You wear a mankini?
Yeah, I'm going to look at that. Who's that guy that wears the bikini and he's so hot?
Mankini.
God, that Mick.
Of course, Garrett knows who it is.
Oh my God!
Do you wear jeggings?
I do.
I wear jeggings. I wear skinny jeans, jeggings.
All right.
I wear a Speedo.
You know what you are, and it's okay. You're a denialist.
I am?
A denialist.
No, I'm not.
You're someone who refuses to accept a veritable reality because of discomfort or willful ignorance. That's what you are.
No, I'm not. Thank you, Garrett, for getting that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're a denialist. Okay? And I mispronounced 2 words in that definition.
Mm-hmm.
Remind me not to drink through the whole show tomorrow.
Yeah, I've done that before on this show.
Oh, I know I have to. You know what a whoop
And you've
is?
said to me, have you been drinking? It's like, no.
The best drink you had was your like colonic drink.
Oh yeah.
God.
What was that?
Actually had to leave, remember?
Oh, Jay got so nervous that I was going to shit all over the place.
Home.
He sent me home.
No,
and
because
he's not even in the studio.
No, he wasn't
he's
even
like
in the
across
studio.
the country.
No, because I'm somewhat like you. I will do something stupid, and then after I do it, one day we had a knife thrower in the studio when Lou Pellegrino was the producer. And this guy, and someone said, well, it's kind of stupid to have this knife-throwing guy. It's a sight gag. Yeah. So I said, well, okay, I'll stand against the wall and let him throw the knife at my head. Garrett, you weren't working with me.
No, I don't know.
Right.
This.
And it was only, 6 feet, right? So I stand by the fucking wall, and all of a sudden, Lou, whose forehead, it looks like, Bert and Ernie, his forehead turns really red, and he goes, what are you doing? I go, what the fuck? It's 6 feet. This guy throws this knife, and it goes, a few inches from my head, and I almost vomited in there. I was so sorry I did it, nervous that I did it, a big fucking mistake. But and you could tell on the air that I did it. I had trouble talking for a while. So yeah, you should not have had that juice that you drank. Ugh.
I know, but I was exciting drinking it, and then
Then waiting for the shit to come when you took the subway?
Yeah, oh my God, that's great. He's got a picture of it. And then I get on the subway, I go, what am I, an idiot? I'm going to shit my pants all over the place? There's nothing worse than shitting your pants.
One night when I was a kid, I was showing I used to get my dog to jump. It almost kind of jumped like a circus dog, So some people were over. I got in the backyard, and my dad, you go, don't do all of that stuff. They gotta screw it up, screw the barbecue. Well, sure enough, I made the dog jump, and the dog broke its leg in the backyard. Okay? Yeah. Because I was, wanted to show everybody, what I could do. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's the same thing, Showing off, always getting in trouble, All right.
What about the guy that built the plane in the
Hold on a
basement?
Minute. Let's go to Charlie Sheen. Charlie? Get rid of him! Get rid of him, Garrett! Where's the guy that built the plane inside of the basement, Kevin? Where did he go?
He crashed on his way here.
All right, we'll have to rebook him, Garrett. Okay?
All right. Yeah,
when Carson or Leno or one of them would bump you,
Yeah, we got bumped.
All right. Okay, well, we'll do this, the exact same show tomorrow, except with different people.
Okay.
That's it.
Garrett and I will still be here.
Well, it was great being on the show, Jay.
I'm sure it was.
I'm going to be in Newport, Rhode Island this Saturday night.
Really? I'm going to be in my living room in about 15 minutes.
All right.
Okay.
San Francisco on the 17th of
Would you stop
September. And then tomorrow night, downtown with Mike Trainer from True...
Can we go around the horn?
Blood?
Who gives a shit? Let's go around the horn real fast.
Blood?
Not True Blood. the True
Grit?
Stupidest pet tricks. Stupidest...
True
what?
TV?
True TV.
Oh, yeah.
Mike Trainer.
I like how they spell it TRU.
Yeah.
Because it's not true at all. Like nothing on that TV channel is true.
Don't ruin that for me. It's true.
Repo Man, fake.
Repo Man is
Car,
true.
fake.
Kevin Meaney is the truth.
You see the new Repo show where you answer questions, and if you get them right, you get to keep
Hey,
the car?
Garrett, don't get so excited. You're going to drown everybody in the studio. You see the one with the...